everybody, my name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
I want my baby back, Chili, baby back, red.
Caller, this calls for Ayala. Hi. So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick.
No.
Last name Gers.
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you even tell me my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
When you say my name again, I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick Gers! Oh, Nick.
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your coat.
What's up, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Look at this. What's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
We'll.
I feel like a lot of us are conservative in the way that we just want to be able to say the N-word and it not really matter.
That's all I want. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Can't I just say the N-word? Does that make me a bad person?
Come on, guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
I'm taking the dog. Dumbass.
I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baddie. It's me.
Our next guest is originally from Danville, Illinois. He enjoys cold beer and hot music. Says that he and his mom don't see eye to eye on his love life. And he claims that his job has cost him several relationships. Please welcome Robert Faggot. Faggot is rather an odd name.
Yeah, it is an odd name.
Speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mrs. Stay. Mr. Kochata.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day, bitches.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day.
World Down Syndrome Day.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day. Happy World Down Syndrome Day.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day.
Happy Syndrome Day.
Sunday, Monday,
Happy Day.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Happy Day.
Thursday, Friday,
Happy Day.
the weekend comes, my cycle hums.
Your lip. Just kind of get it in there. Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
Hello. Happy SimpCast Sunday. It's Sunday, May 19th. I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to your favorite Sunday night YouTube appointment watch. This is SimpCast. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Woo! I was lucky enough. We had a little bit of drama pop off right before the show, which is great because now we have lots to talk about. As always, hello to the chat. Couldn't do it without you. Welcome. Show favorites. You know them. You love them. There's more coming, but these gals get extra points for being prompt. Carmen Smith-Studer and Lila Hart. Welcome back to SimpCast. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Carmen, you haven't been here in a minute. What's new? How was your Mother's Day? What is up?
Oh my gosh, it was wonderful. As a matter of fact, it lasted like a whole week. It was fabulous.
Mothers should get a week. We should get a month.
I'm all for as many days as you can make anything wonderful last. But
after
I
going
went
through
away for the weekend with my sisters the weekend before, and then the next weekend I was with my kids and my ex. We all went to dinner. It was fun. Well, except for Carly, she didn't.
With your ex, yes.
No, we always do family stuff together.
That's great.
It is really good. And then I'm in a new place, and so that's why I've been kind of out of I guess YouTube world.
You're in a physical, I mean, like a mentally new place or physical? Oh, physically.
I literally moved. Yeah.
I love your background. I love the pink light. I love the blue. It almost looks like the trans flag. It's great. And you're very blonde. I get it. I love the off the shoulder leopard moment. It's all working. It's all working.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I pulled this out of my not pregnant box of clothes.
Woo-hoo.
So slowly fitting back into things. Hi, Lila Hart.
Hello.
I just saw you yesterday. We Lila and I plus Lisa Reynolds and Candace Horbox, we discussed the beginning of, and we're going to do a part 2.
I love that show.
And you know what? We're going to cover some more of it tonight. The whole is trad wife life better the nature of women and men, the culture war with Tim Pool. This was like a Tenet media panel that just came out a few days ago, and we did a commentary show about it yesterday on Saturday, and Lila was on it. We got through maybe 17 minutes of this show.
I know.
So
it was great. It's actually one of my favorite shows I've seen you do. I loved it.
Isn't it great when we have a focus? I mean, I love blathering on about random shit, but it's fun every once in a while to have a focus. Yes, Lila. So I was like, I want to be like, tell me what's up, but I just saw you.
You just saw me. Hello, chat. Don't forget to hit that like button.
Thank you. Don't forget. I'm sweating. I am sweating so much. And I'm in the basement, and I thought heat was supposed to rise, but
I just turned on my air conditioning too. It is hot here in Texas. Hot.
It's even hot here in New York. I think it was like freaking 70 today. Wait, let's look at the weather. Dude, I was watching a lot of Instagram videos of how you can turn your baby's car seat into a greenhouse. They were like, well, if you put a blanket over it, it can, within a matter of a half hour, it can turn to 110 degrees in there and you will boil your baby alive. And I was like, wow, something else to worry about. Yeah, it was in the 70s today.
Well, I learned that if you get lemon juice on your skin, this will happen to you.
No, what?
Okay,
I didn't even notice that until now.
So this is what happened to me. I was at the Roosevelt Hotel. I invited Adam Choi to come swim, and
we love Adam.
Yes, we love Adam.
Our show at the Elks Lodge in Pasadena. He produced the show in Sherman Oaks, where that guy got knocked out.
Yeah, so he came and he brought his very sweet friend who owns a juice, like a juice company, and she gave me 4 of her juices, and I was so excited. I was just slurping these juices, drinking them down, and apparently splashing them all over my face because I was just, I don't think we're supposed to drink like 4 at a time.
You love them all.
But
you had 4?
I drank 4 of them, and one of them was like a lemon mint. It had fresh lemon in it. Anyways, just a little splash apparently, and I didn't think anything of it. I don't even think I realized I splashed my face. Laid in the sun, and it was like to myself.
What? How? I don't know. This seems like an uncommon reaction.
Oh,
except for that, like people used to bleach their hair that way with lemons, like back
no.
in the day.
If you Google it, it's called a photo something. It's a type of it's a type of burn that you can get on your face. And now I have this mark. It's finally healed, but it's just discolored.
What the fuck? You didn't have this yesterday.
Well, I have the lights on a little brighter.
Oh my!
But you can see, and I didn't point it out, but now you guys can see its little mark. It's like I have vitiligo, kind of. So maybe I'm like Michael Jackson.
It kind of looks like that, yeah.
Like a reverse,
like a shadow from the microphone.
I don't think they're gonna sponsor you, Lila.
Just say you got it from like rough sex with Eric.
Oh,
like you could have come up with a better, or like a shark bit you. You could have come up with a better story.
Yeah, it just looks so. I don't know. I'm sad, but I've been putting cream on it, and it's fine. I mean, maybe it gives my face a little character.
It'll go away. It will.
I hope so. Otherwise, I just have a mark there. It's okay. It's fine.
It'll go away. It'll go
away for sure. I mean,
some
all
lavender,
that can happen
it's
from
called
a lemon.
photodermatitis. Somebody wrote in the chat.
Wow. All right, we have a mental giant in the chat.
Phytodermatitis.
Descarn is a mental giant. He knew what phytodermatitis is.
Yes.
Chemical burn.
Learn something new every day. I never knew that.
Like if you cut lemons and then, because this happened to one of my friends, she cut a bunch of lemons and then she laid out in the sun and she got blisters all over her hand, like boils.
It has to do with the sunshine combination.
Yes.
Wow.
So if you go to the beach with somebody, like maybe someone
somebody you don't like,
someone you don't like, someone who's cheated on you, just sort of bide your time, bring a small container of lemon juice, and wait till they fall asleep.
We're going dark.
Oh my goodness! Wow, I did not know that all that could happen from some lemons. I'm gonna get a couple of these little supers out of the way. Wow, we got supers coming in already. Thank you, Military to Mommy, for the. This is a yellow boy here. I tagged you in a post about Whistler McGee on X, not spam, just a whistleblower that brought a lot of bad things to light in the CG. I don't believe all women, but this story passes my sniff test. I have not heard of this. Have you girls? I will. If we run out of things to talk about, I'll pull it up. Thank you though. Push-ups, my $2 warrior, all 7 feet of her chilly refrigerator body. Thank you. Oh my God, that's he's quoting my tweet, which we will get into. John Green. I wish Anna, that Star Wars girl, was on. I sent her the link. I forgot to put her initially in our SimpCast group chat, but I sent her the link. So I'm putting out the Batgirl signal. Anna, if you can hear me, come on out. My God. So I guess I'll start with this. And then when hopefully Keanu gets here soon, and I know she'll have plenty to say.
I love Kiki.
Oh my God. We speaketh her name and she hath arrived.
Kiki.
Oh my God, she's here.
Hi,
Kiki, you look so good. Something
I love you in
different.
those colors.
Oh my God, you guys are so silly. Did you speak
like
my
new-
name?
We
Ridiculous.
did. We said Keanu juice, Keanu juice, Keanu juice, and you
Ooh,
showed
I'll
up.
spin around in my chair. Yes. Hi.
Hey, did you get like a bit of a tan or something? You look
Oh,
tan.
I lathered myself in self tanner today because it was sunny.
Yes,
That's
that's
why
what
my
I started
hands
to
look
do.
like this. Yes. So
Wow.
I
Started
that's
my
great.
self-tanner
So
regime as well.
observant. I love it.
You got it. And this is not a plug, nor are we sponsored by them, but Jergens has a good gradual self-tanning lotion. They sell it at CVS. It doesn't fucking stink, and it's gradual, and there's no way to fuck it up or make yourself splotchy. Just throw it on your arms and legs, and then after maybe a week or two of it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I look like I've been outside. It's just a little something.
Sunkissed.
That's nice.
That's not the one I used. You accidentally bought that one in I think we were in Dallas, and you gave it to me, and I used that, which is the adult thing to do. But today I bought, I had this one in a pinch. You just put this brown liquid all over your body, and then your hands get stained. So, but the Jergens one is definitely better. So
Ooh,
But
okay.
you look great.
I'm
Everybody
so
looks
glad
great tonight.
everyone looks great. We're all crushing it. I'm so glad you're here, Keanu, because my God, not 15 minutes before the show started did my dear darling husband get into a bit of a dust up with our dear friend Pearl.
You're
He has a knack for triggering this gal, and I don't know what it is. So they got into a bit of a fight right before. Well, it's Twitter. It's not really a real fight, but
Thank you.
I'm so excited.
Here we go. And let's break this down. Can we? Okay. So it all starts with and I don't know. I feel like I love Pearl. She's welcome anytime on this show or on a one-on-one. She knows this. I sent her the link. So anyway, she tweets this out. Why do so many conservative women think it is their place to tell their husband when he is and is not following God? Blows my mind. Conservative women are so out of order. Now, if you I'm sort of new to this Catholic world. I was raised Methodist, but Frank and I were married in a Catholic church, and I've been going to Catholic church. Like I started going a little bit in college. I believe if you get married, it is both the husband, and Lila, you probably know more about this than I do. It is the job of both the husband and the wife to make sure each of them get into heaven. That's kind of like the point or one of the points of being married. Not necessarily just the woman's place to tell the
I
husband.
thought it was just boning, but like the God thought it was fine. No.
Yeah. You're like, I thought it was just boning, but you have to keep it if you get pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
It's that too. But it's both the husband and the wife's job to make sure each of them get into heaven, which is a lovely thing. Conservative women are so out of order. So it's not necessarily a conservative thing. It's just it's a covenant. It's part of the deal.
Is Pearl conservative? Does she consider herself conservative?
I don't know what she considers herself to be.
Okay.
I don't think she has many scruples. I don't think she knows what the hell she's talking about or saying at all. But
really, truly, when you think about it, it always says in Christianity that you're supposed to go to whoever who is a brother or sister and let them know when they're not
right following the path.
When they're out of line a little bit, and then to bring two or more the next time, and then bring them to the church the following time. If
like
they're
a religious pyramid scheme,
right?
Well, Melanie Mack does this a lot.
Yes.
I've had her on a few times where if there is like an OnlyFans or a porn girl on, she will say like, hey, sort of like, just letting you know you're not following. She won't usually be like preachy about it. She kind of more waits to see if somebody asks for advice. But I guess the Christian thing to do is to let someone know when they're off path.
Right.
The tough love, I guess. Anyway, so my dear Frank, who has just such a knack for triggering Pearl, I don't know what it is. He writes back. I really have to tease this out because I wasn't even on Twitter before the show because my tit was in the mouth of the infant. I know Keanu came over yesterday. She watched me breastfeed. I was like, this is fun with an audience.
It was fascinating. I'm like, breastfeed more. This is so fun.
I was like, you want some? Grab a shot glass.
I thought today, Chrissy, I was thinking, I'm like, I miss the bean. I miss
the
him.
bean
misses you.
I love him. So
I can't believe you got to hold him.
I know. I didn't drop him once. It was wild.
Keanu's like, oh, I've never held a baby. I don't know what I'm doing. I turned around like 20 minutes later. You're like a pro. You're like,
I was like, bing, 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 bing.
She was like,
we were dancing
in no time. Yeah, something just kicks in where you're like, oh yeah, just support the neck. It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's fine. That's it. Right.
You got it. You got it.
So Frank writes, my wife and I have conversations about helping each other live our best lives with and through God. I hope and pray that you will have that someday, finding a partner who has your back and wants to join you in heaven someday. Now, what about this?
Sweet.
This is
so
about
sweet.
the nicest thing you could say to somebody.
Right.
Like and Frank is not saying I'm conservative. He's not saying Chrissy's conservative. He's just saying like, this is what we do. and I wish you the best. You know, like I hope you find somebody.
Yeah, this is actually very kind.
If it
Very
were me,
kind.
I'd be
He's
like,
not
I wish
even
you-
he's
yeah.
not even saying what she said was wrong. He's just saying this is how we do it in my marriage, and it works really well.
And it's a
hopefully
nice
by that.
thing to say. Like if I
Yeah.
wrote this, I'd be like, we do this, you dumb bitch. Please don't shame us. And rotten hell. No, I'm kidding. We love
Yeah,
Clam.
just
We love her.
having
No.
having a BFF, and that doesn't mean you just you yes them to death or you ignore them. It's like, and it's not like all bitching either. You try to like correct each other. You're just you try to challenge each other. You love each other. It's
Exactly.
like it's something you
That's
work
any
on every day.
relationship, religious or not, right? I
Right.
mean, it really should be. And this is the nicest thing that he could have possibly said. So I wait with bated breath to see how she could have gotten angry about this. Yeah.
You think the average person would be like, "Wow, thank you, Frank. You think you're praying for me? It's just the nicest thing you could do for someone is pray for them." So I figure this would warrant a very positive response. Let's see what she said. Your wife is a overweight 40-year-old who chose you after 15 plus years of doing God knows what. No one wants what you have. If you ever leave her good graces, her army of friends will treat you the same way they treat me.
That's true. You do have an army of friends. I'll give her that.
And Pearl has none. I'm about to pop off, Chrissy. This is ridiculous. What an evil, dumb Clam. I'm glad I said what I said before. You're a dumb bitch, Clam. You're dumb.
Clam.
Holy
Clam.
fuck.
Clam, I'm not overweight. I gave birth a month ago.
Yeah. She gave birth a month ago and did great stand-up last night, for Christ's sake. What have you? No one will ever fuck you, Pearl. Get over it. And if they do, they'll feel sorry for you.
I at least have a very good reason for being currently overweight.
Right. And Clam,
I pushed a baby out of my vagina. What have you pushed out other than turds?
And just sadness. God, go back to your softball team. Your volleyball team misses you. You ugly lesbian cunt. I'm sorry. I gotta stick up for Chrissy here.
This is the
I'm sorry,
response
your
after
wife
someone's
is
like, "I am praying that you find a partner," and I've always been like, "Oh, bless her heart," I've never, and I still don't have ill will for Pearl, but after seeing this,
I do now.
okay. After seeing this, I go, "Oh my God. Oh my God."
Always so loyal.
The fact that she is so triggered by this tells me I'm not a professional. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychoanalyst. But this tells me that she truly does not believe she is worthy of love. She truly does not believe she is worthy of a partner. I think deep down she goes, "Fuck, I've painted myself into a corner with my brand and I can't do a 180." Like she's kind of like, "Well, this is who I am now." It's almost like if she were to find a husband, she'd be a hypocrite. She has really, I think, just painted herself into a corner. But I think deep down, this is an insecurity. I know because I used to be very insecure and have no self-worth and low self-esteem. And the fact that she's this triggered over someone like, "I hope you find somebody," and she does this by picking on me, like out of nowhere.
Right.
But
And you know
really,
what I
wow.
always say about her?
She's actually picking on Frank because
Right,
she's
right.
your wife,
Right.
and no one wants what you have. And she's always so pro male, but that is a very aggressive against a man comment.
Yes. And it's a complete lie because there are plenty of people who want what Frank has. There's a Twitter account called Chrissie Mayer's boobs.
Exactly. You're not overweight, not even by just giving birth, for Christ's sake.
Hello,
Not
did
even
you
by
not
those
see my thin
standards.
head and my I had no jowls. You were on
thin
jowl
head.
I
watch
saw you
the
live
whole
in the flesh.
time. No
Yeah.
cankles, no jowls, the whole pregnancy. Hello, where have you been, Pearl?
This may be not a not nice thing to say. When I look at Pearl, and this is my theory, I don't know the woman. I think she's a lesbian, and I think that's why she can be so mean to other women. I truly believe her.
Got a
She
point.
looks like the volleyball player. She can't stand it because she's religious. She can't stand it because she's like, "I'm going to hell if I want to, eat some cookies someday. She can't stand it. All right. I truly believe that's where all this hatred is. And then she monetized this hatred towards women. And I think she's gay, to be honest. So she's probably in love with you, Chrissy. This
is
I'm in love
absolutely
with
right.
her.
I literally said this on our last show. I said the real epidemic here is that there's a lot of down low bisexual people who are raging on the inside and who are doing some sneaky weirdo stuff, and they're not living in their truth. They're bisexuals,
and that's fine. Who cares? And she may be flat out like, gay, and that's perfectly fine. But she's monetized this hatred towards women.
I think you could be gay. That's fine. But I do have a problem with these secret bisexuals. Call me homophobic, but you can't just be a secret bisexual out here talking some mean stuff like this when you're a down low bisexual man or woman who is hating on people because you're a bisexual.
I'm not sure where
bisexual.
She needs to get her facts straight, because it's like, I've been with, not that I expect her to, be a Chrissie Mayr historian, but it's like, I've been with Frank for 10 years. Like, this is not just like I was, you know what I mean? Like, I'm helping with his, you know what I mean? I have a stepson. He has a son. We've been through a lot together. It's not like, oh, I was just fucking around aimlessly,
It's so
and then
offensive
figured,
to
well,
say-
you're left. You know what I mean? Like, we worked really hard to have what we have.
Yeah.
Um,
Doing
and-
God knows what. Fuck off. Okay.
Having a life before meeting you. God forbid you have
Oh,
a life before
God
meeting your husband. Yeah.
forbid. My God.
Like, God knows what. It's really just a lot of open mics, unfortunately.
Right.
Just a lot of bringer
And that's
shows.
such hard work too. It's late at night, and oh my gosh.
Yeah, taking the train to Brooklyn, doing a lot of hell gigs. Yeah, getting a sandwich thrown at me at the Atlantic City beer festival.
Getting
doing
pepper
stand-up by
sprayed. Oh wait,
by
that
the
was
porta potties.
okay.
Yeah, getting pepper sprayed. If you ever leave her good graces, see, here's what she doesn't understand. Like, we're an example of I think someone who me and Frank take marriage very seriously. If you ever leave her, it's like, that's not in the cards. To us, that's marriages. You're ride or die. That's forever. Whatever the problems are, we're gonna work them out, because this is a forever situation. And it's odd that she brings this up, like her army of friends. Like,
what's
I don't
wrong
know
with
why
having a lot of
just
friends?
You have a
girl?
lot of really good friends.
Also, for the
Yeah.
people who are saying that we're personally attacking Pearl, this is a
So
personal
weird.
attack that she is going against Chrissy, and she's attacking Frank.
Well,
So-
she's also attacking women.
Yes, that's what her brand is.
Right.
Exactly. She's I'm personally
Pearl.
attacking her. I think she sucks. So
Pearl's in the chat. Hi, Pearl.
Keanu is the most loyal friend. She's going to be the general of your army of friends.
yeah, it will be.
This happens. People
I'll
get
wear
very
a top
scared
hat.
and triggered. I think when I don't know. I've heard this before. People that are like a little bit afraid of me, they go, "Oh, you're gonna send your trolls after me. You're gonna send your people after me." And it's like, I never send anyone after anyone. Like,
Right. I take people
believe you.
one-on-one, and I just think she's a detriment to society and women in general. That's all. Just from everything I've seen. I don't think she believes what she's saying. I think it's all
I
just
do.
to
I think she
monetize
does
that
believe
bullshit.
it.
Yeah.
I think she does believe it. I
Well,
think
that's even worse. Ugh.
it is. She gaslights herself first. I
And
think
she
it's a coping. I think it's a coping mechanism.
she does a strange thing where she keeps moving the goalposts. Like, she'll say, like, if in I guess in her mind, if you're not like living perfectly, which means you get married at, I don't know, 20 and then start having kids, then you're not like living a perfect life in her mind. I don't know why she has extremely high standard. Like, if you fall below this standard that she herself will never meet.
So what's her excuse then? Exactly.
Like,
and in my
you
mind,
can't trigger me, because first of all, I've been made fun of. I've done like 13 roast battles. I've heard every mean thing that could be said about me. I've written jokes for other people who have roasted me. So it's like, Pearl, darling, you're not going to come up with anything to hurt my feelings. Nothing new at this point. Nothing you can
Nails,
say.
nails,
It's going to be
nails. That's all.
worse. Yeah, nails for days. And it's interesting that she gets this triggered over it. And again, it's like, you can't touch me. Like, I'm happy. Like, and not that I feel like I crossed the finish line, but it's like, yeah, I'm married. I have a kid. I'm good. Like, you can't just then move the goalpost. Like, well, you didn't do it at a certain age, so you're not happy. So you didn't do it the right way. And
Yeah,
also, like,
ridiculous.
Right.
Yes.
You want what you have what she wants, essentially.
Chrissy, you won. You won. You are winning at life. Okay. You are proving all of these things that people say online about what a woman is supposed to do. You've proved everything wrong, and you're hot as hell. So it's like this insult is absolutely insane. And I think that's why people in the red pill community, like they're triggered when a woman actually can disprove all of these things. They want you to believe that you turn 30 and you should just roll over and die, and that's just not life. Okay, a woman is powerful, and they just don't want us to believe that we're the prize, and I'm the prize, and I'm gonna believe that.
Amen.
And also, like, yeah, I'm sorry. I was a liberal. I was led astray by feminism, by I guess higher education, by my friend group. I didn't vote for Hillary. It was very close. But yeah, I kind of lost my way. And then I met Frank, and I fucking had a political awakening, and I figured it out. And I don't know. I not that I'm this perfect person, but I would like to think that I am an example of, like, yeah, you don't have to live a perfect life to end up happy and find someone who loves you. And
doesn't Jesus forgive? For
Right.
Right.
Jesus, God, that doesn't care that you live life perfectly.
Right.
It's called
You can turn it around at any point if you feel like you want to change your ways.
Right. So maybe
just a lot of judgment from someone who like, it's not a contest. We're not like in competition with each other. It's just strange. And
Also,
so Frank,
she stays in control because she's always the one putting the game board under. So she's throwing the game board out when she posts something. And then when Frank says something wonderful, she throws another game board under. And anytime you find yourself defending, and I know you're not defending, you're just kind of highlighting, but when you find yourself defending someone, that's how you know they threw a game board under you.
right, like moving the goalposts. It's like, oh, because if I wasn't married, it'd be like, you're a spinster. You're never gonna get married and have kids. But now that I am married and do have a kid, it's like, well, you didn't do it in the right time that I feel like you could have
appropriate
done
amount
it.
of time for me. Like, well, then what are you, volleyball player? Grow up. Get out
So
of
Frank
here.
responds, how did you get so triggered when I literally said I would pray that you find a partner in life? Like, literally wished her the best possible thing. Incredible, really. Maybe show a bit of humility for once, and people won't keep making fun of you. Good point. She responds with, not triggered at all, actually. That's always a sign of someone who's not triggered, is when they keep responding.
I'm not triggered. Fine.
Not triggered at all. I'm perfectly calm.
Fine. Okay, I think. I don't know.
Not triggered at all, actually. You said, live how my wife and I live.
He
no
did,
one
he did not
never
say
said.
that.
He
That's not what he said.
never said that. At what point does he say
Nope.
this is
And that's
evil?
exactly why I think that's why I think she gaslights herself.
Yes. She says, oh, you said this, so I can have this argument with you.
Right. She has a
No.
totally different reality.
You said, live how my wife and I live. No one wants what you have.
A family and a man that loves and cares about you, like everybody
And
wants
a career.
that.
Like,
Yes.
okay.
And I'm sorry.
I mean,
and
an army of friends.
Yeah.
I know.
An army of
An
friends.
army
But my
of
dad
friends.
was savagely murdered. So that is
Right.
the trade-off.
Other than
Yeah.
that, everybody wants what you have, so nobody
don't-
wants.
It doesn't matter. I want what I have, and nobody else. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
What I do.
Yes.
We're all-
Yes.
right.
Yeah. And then he responds, you asked why conservative women want their husbands to live through God. I commented with an example. WTF is wrong with you? Yeah. And I don't like liars. Who, bro, you'd have to know us well to know that we're liars. To say that people you don't know are liars is very odd.
Well, it's weird too, because she's basically saying you're living a lie because you got married at 40. That's basically what she's saying. And it's not a lie, it's an actual truth.
Do you guys have anything better to talk about?
No, this is great, Clam. We love it.
No, don't sell yourself short, Clam.
Come on the show and explain yourself.
She has the link. Yeah, I don't like liars. Conservative women get married at 22, not 40. Who said they're conservative? Not 40. Didn't get married at 40, by the way. Play pretend at home, but stay out of my comment section with that bullshit. Pretend.
Okay.
Who's pretending?
She is, absolutely.
She's pretending
Girl.
she's not a lesbian. That's what she's pretending.
For all, how is this is funny? How is Frank a fraud? Like, no, really, do I have to post our marriage license? Like, how are we frauds? It's so strange. It's literally a part of the language within the sacrament of marriage, at least when it comes to the Catholic Church. That's all he's pointing out. His only point, I think, was that it is both of our jobs to make sure the other gets into heaven. That's literally what they say when you get married. So crazy, so crazy.
That's wild. I love that.
But
So
I
sad.
always say, if you show people what your triggers are, that's where your insecurities lie. Because if it didn't trigger her, she would have nothing to say. She'd have no response.
Absolutely.
And
I have the
excuse
best
me,
story
how old is she?
28, maybe.
Okay.
27,
Well,
28.
I don't see her getting married anytime soon.
I hope she does. I hope
Yeah.
she, like I said in my tweet, I hope she meets the
A
love of
nice-
her life this year.
I hope she meets a nice lipstick lesbian. Gay marriage is, fine now. So sorry, Pearl.
This is what I tweeted. I said I could roast you, but I'd rather say that even though you might not think so, you are worthy of love, Pearl. The fact that you got this triggered over someone praying you find a husband tells me you don't feel worthy of it, but you are. Everyone is. Let's all pray for Pearl tonight that she finds the love of her life this year, a guy who will love all 7 feet of her chilly refrigerator body and melt her prickly disposition.
She looks like a linebacker.
And her wonky eye. I hope that they will love you for your wonky eye.
Good for you, Chrissy.
See, I like to be the bigger person.
She's definitely the bigger person.
I mean, physically, yes, she has me there, but I would like to think I am the bigger
You
person.
are in that sense, obviously.
Oh, wow.
Let's all say a prayer for Clam.
Let's all say a prayer for Clam. I think she could do it. I think she's worthy of love. I think she could find somebody.
Dear Clam, I hope that you are worthy of love someday, and that
Not
you-
everybody's meant to find love, and that's just reality.
That's right. She
And
just
that's
hasn't
okay.
accepted her own
It's
self
okay.
yet.
And this is not poor Pearl. Pearl is very successful. She does great numbers on YouTube, online. She's get a bunch of tweets. I mean, she gives us great content to talk about. Please retweet. Please message us. Come on the show. We would like those likes. We would like those views. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Okay, this is you guys. This is show business, baby. Pearl,
Bless
you
your
clam,
heart,
you
girl.
lesbian, whatever. What do we have to say?
And as
Let's-
somebody mentioned yesterday, here's why I think I may have triggered her. Apparently, did you say this, Lila, that her last boyfriend left her for a better looking redhead? So maybe that's why there's a little bit of a trigger there.
She did a whole story.
And
or a whole
also, there is a video of her like talking about how she's tried to have one night stands before and it just hasn't worked out. It hasn't happened. She wasn't able to do it. So she, no, literally, there's a
I
video.
wonder why.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so good.
I know.
Oh, she's in it. She's
Pearl,
in
I'm
it.
really no. This okay, Chrissy. We need Pearl's insults. This is WWE. Okay, this is show business. We need it. This helps us. This is good for us. This is content. Okay,
You know what it
We need
feels
to-
like? You know, when like there's a cartoon where like someone puts their hand on someone's forehead while they're like punching the air like this, and the person just sort of like that's what it feels like. Like you and I, Lila, are like, and even Keanu, like professional. We've done roast battles. Like we're professional roast.
You don't
comedians.
just become a stand-up
So that-
comedian and not have thick skin. Okay, anything that anybody has ever said about me online, I've said worse things to myself, which is why
Right, we all have.
stand up.
Why we
Okay,
Oh, I enjoy it. The meaner, the better. I'm like, that is diabolically mean. Thank you.
gonna
It made
tap
me
out.
laugh. I don't mind.
I definitely don't have what y'all have.
Who cares? It's not a fucking competition. Like you're only in competition with yourself, with you from a year ago.
That's true.
It's like you just let me know that you feel like you're somehow in competition with me, which is odd.
What? And here's the thing. What does Pearl want us to say? All women are evil. We're all bad, and men shouldn't get married. And
And that she's not a lesbian. I think she wants
Even
us
if
to
she
believe
is, I hope
that.
she finds a lovely, huge woman to love her.
That's fine. Yes, exactly. Like, you know what? Eat cookie, Pearl. That'll be great. Just accept yourself. It's fine. Jesus forgives.
Push-ups, the $5 warrior. Pearl,
Wow.
FYI, the Bible's criteria for godly wife is Proverbs 31:10 through 31. It says her husband has full confidence in her, and Frank does. Oh, wow, I'm godly.
You
Look at
go,
that.
push-up. You go. Whee!
Yay, push-ups. Push-ups is
nice.
always good for a Bible quote. K-Max, Chrissy, Frank wished Pearl love and happiness, and the response was that severe. Is wishing happiness a trigger for her? Yes, and that's what told me that she doesn't think that she's worthy of love, which made me feel very sad for her.
I don't
Because
know.
everyone is worthy of it. It's never too late.
Oh my God. These comments she's making are so funny to me.
Mr. Laptop. I don't even know if that's really her. It could be a troll. Could be an Aldi account.
Yeah.
Carmen, you are one hot mama. Mr. Laptop.
Oh Lord.
You know, it's been funny. It's funny to me that, like, you know, looks matter, okay? Because if we're insulting looks, that means they matter, and she's insulting our looks, so they matter. Quit acting like they don't, people. They do.
All she does is insult looks. She acts like you're decrepit after you hit 30 and you should just crawl in a hole and die. Okay? She's a detriment to society, and I hope she finds love, but I don't think she will.
It'll be very interesting to see how she changes her brand in 3 years if none of these things happen.
Yeah. She should just
Strange lunatic. Chrissy, the Bible says in Philippians 2:12-13 that everyone has to work out their own salvation. Yes, you're on your own journey.
It is. I call it no man's land.
Mm-hmm. K-Max, we need a chirp, Chrissy. 2 chirps for $2. You want a chirp? You think you want a chirp? You think you're just gonna get a chirp out of me?
$2.
K-Max, you're white. I don't think you deserve a chirp. Fine, you get one chirp. Enjoy it. Arthmesia. Keep in mind, Pearl will probably never have a baby. This is the only way she can cope, to be honest. Hey, never say never. Never say never. She could pop out a little volleyball player with a wonky eye. I believe it. I think anything is possible.
Pearl, Keanu is a unisex name. It means cool mountain breeze, by the way, if that's actually.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a cool. I like that.
Push-ups, awesome little Lila is better than big stupid clam. Aw, we love Lila. Magnum Norse with the yellow boy. Most marriages don't work out so well. Most, I think it depends what group you're looking at. But if you're selective and honest, you may find it. Super happy for you, Chrissy. We love you to the best of times. Thank you.
Well,
Meg.
most don't work because they were broken before they began. Because 2 broken people came to the altar, and they did not heal themselves before they showed up.
Yeah.
But
So
it's
what
very
you're saying is me and Biscotti's marriage will fail.
No, it's a
I'm just
constant.
kidding.
No, it definitely won't. It's a constant work in progress. Like,
I'm just teasing you.
nobody has a perfect marriage, a perfect situation. If they say they do, they're lying.
If you do the work on yourself, and I do believe that you guys do have an advantage because you're comedians. I do believe that forces you to.
We're in touch with our dark side,
right?
Very closely. So
you can't hurt us. Call me Dylan Mulvaney all fucking day. I welcome it. I love it. It's hilarious to me. You can't.
Leftists are evil. Hey, Chrissy, love the SimpCast. Also, enjoy watching you on FNT. Also, shout out to Cooking with Keanu. I'm too lazy to cook, but I enjoy watching her and Gino. Thank you for the yellow boy, leftist.
Okay.
Simply Ronnie. Will y'all have any comedy shows in Dallas on Saturday, June 22nd or Sunday, June 23rd? How specific?
Yeah.
I'll be in the area visiting my boyfriend that weekend. Oh my God. I wish, Ronnie, but I can't be away from the bean this early.
Hi, Ronnie. Yes, if I do, I will definitely tweet and let you know. I'll message you.
Yeah, it's possible. Like, you could probably see Lila on something.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, she's up in there. I can't wait. I can't wait to get maybe this fall I'll start touring again, and I'll be soon enough looking for an old white man in the cockpit of a plane. Opinionated news guy. Thank you for the super chat.
And it was all yellow.
You can't have friends as a woman, Chrissy. Don't you know this? Sheesh.
That's why she has an army.
That's actually really flattering.
It's true too. You're
army.
very talented at making a wide spectrum of friends and making all of them feel safe. It's a gift.
Frank must have starred these. I don't even know if this is really Pearl. He must have starred these because these are very sad attempts at insults. I'm triggered. You guys look like you live in a trailer park. Ooh, pretty good. Chrissy here looks like the food critic from Ratatouille. That's not a widely known enough reference for a roast joke, but honorable mention.
You know, it's a very popular movie. So.
I know Ratatouille.
She just quote tweeted you.
Oh goodness.
Cool.
Jeremy David, she's clam-splaining.
Heyo! Don't clam-splain us. Clam.
Clam-splain here.
How dare you, Clam?
Clearly, we have to send Lila and Carmen one of these.
Yeah, we need
one as well.
we need to
What do we
have
want, Clam? When do we want her? Never.
I feel very left out. I don't have my megaphone.
What do we want? Clam to find true love. When do we want it?
She won't.
She might.
Sorry,
Oh
Clam.
my
We
god.
Good. There's hope for everyone.
That's
Jeremy
actually a
Parker-
really good mom tool, the megaphone. I used to have a real
Oh,
one.
I
It worked
can't
so
wait.
good. I could get
can't
them
wait
from anywhere in the neighborhood.
Where do you think you're going?
Yep.
Clam is a shaved down gorilla who was trained to speak by her ex-zookeeper. What? Jeremy. That's okay. Brian Haldren, $5 for the great Pearl on SimpCast for the Chrissy V Pearl roast fun. Thanks for the chirp. Oh, you want another chirp? There you go. There you go. Don't spend
We
it.
paid more for it.
Thank you, Brian. Oh my goodness. It's good night, Mister. Long time no see.
Hi, good night.
Ooh, okay. Hi, Pearl. My friend Fealty is single. #wingman mode. Yes. Oh my God. Fealty, my very good friend Fealty is single, but maybe not for long. It's about to be like the summer of Fealty. You know, Pearl, you should scoop him up before he's taken.
Exactly.
Thank you.
He's
Good night.
better
Mister.
than you, but you know, we'll see.
But that's what alcohol is for. K-Max. What is the last Comedy Central roast you saw, Chrissy? Ironically, Donald Trump's was the last one I saw. Your view of roasts. I have seen bits and pieces of the Tom Brady roast.
Yeah, same.
I've been meaning to
Good.
just like sit down and watch the whole thing.
Nikki Glazer
pretty
just
good.
killed on that.
She looks whatever the hell she had done to herself. Amazing.
She does look good.
Great. She looks
She really looks
figured it out.
good.
Her teeth,
Yeah.
she got new teeth. They're like blaring white.
Probably veneers, a touch of Botox, maybe a nose job, but
Yeah,
she
she
looks
looks so
great,
good.
and she killed it. She killed it. She
Yeah.
always does. So
Yeah,
Be
I
careful
love
with
roast.
veneers out there, people. It keeps your teeth from getting oxygen, and that's not good.
What?
Well, don't they
What?
shave your teeth down to a nub anyway? And they slip
Right.
the
And they
iron?
cover them so they're not able to get the oxygen that they need.
But what do you need oxygen for if you've got a better tooth covering it anyway?
So when the teeth are kind of like the electrical grid of your body. So
No way.
yeah, and they're very, very important. And I highly suggest you learn about this. But definitely don't get veneers. If I can help anybody from getting them, they're
Why does it make your whole like the root of your tooth fall out or something?
no, it's just you're not getting the amount of oxygen you need to your whole electromagnetic
To your
field.
whole body, you mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Aha.
It's like you know how you have your little electric box in the garage or wherever in your house. Your teeth are that.
Ooh, that's really smart.
At least that's the way I understand it.
I like that.
That
But yeah, I
makes
love
sense.
roast. There was a huge roast trend in the what was it, the 2010s for a while in New York and LA. I feel like there were roast battles multiple times a week. There still is. Shout out to Comedy Fight Club if you are in the mood in New York City. The great
Visconti
Matt,
just Matt Marin, right? Visconti
Matt
just
Marin runs
judged it. Yeah. Always so much fun.
they're fun. I think it's a really great challenge. You know, it's intense for like a couple months. You're like just writing for this one purpose. And then when you're done, you have a whole bunch of jokes. Like a lot of them you can't use ever again. But I always love the challenge of like a roast or writing for a character or like a specific purpose.
Yeah, we need to get you a TV show.
Okay.
Do it now.
Artemisia. I'm probably saying it wrong. So we can call Pearl's future wife her clampion? Her clampanion.
Yes.
Very good. Well,
yes, we can.
Clampanion.
She loves her clampanion.
Clampion. Taylor Swift greater than Disney gifted 1 Chrissie membership. Wow. I wonder who got it. Whoever got it, enjoy it. My goodness. Wow. Frank, I am scared of marrying someone like you. Well, I'm so afraid of being dicked down. No.
Yes, she is.
No, like she really, if you watch her, like you like totally captured it, Chrissy. She's elusive. She's like, there's a fish in the fishing world called a permit. She's like a permit. And like, she's just like this, literally the other day I was listening to her and she says, it doesn't matter what women say. It matters what they do. And I'm going to tell you about all the guys that I talk to and what they say.
I've interviewed thousands of people.
Yeah.
Drink every time she says she's interviewed people. Like I've probably interviewed at least 1,000 people. I should start saying that more.
And you actually have though, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Same.
I've interviewed people.
She's great.
Jeremy Parker's clam should find a boyfriend or girlfriend who is blind. That's her only. Oh, Jeremy.
I agree with that, Jeremy. Yeah,
I think nearsighted would be fine.
Just like maybe slightly blind. Just going blind. Yeah.
Going blind. Maybe a botched LASIK.
Yeah.
Matt Scroggins, thank you for becoming a new member. Chris Benoit, since I'm recently single, wife wouldn't properly protect and care for my son. I would love to get back into the dating game and go out with Pearl. See, Pearl, here we go. We have Chris Benoit who wants to take a shot at love.
She's not into the men folk, I don't think.
But I gotta see Pearl versus Chrissy Venti debate or not. I don't think Venti. She might be done with YouTube.
Is she done?
I think so. For now. I could be wrong. The last time I talked to her, it sounded like she was done. But who knows? Maybe something will inspire her.
I'll be right back. I have to turn the AC off because I'm about to freeze. 1 second.
Yeah.
I'm about to cut glass with my nips. Oh my goodness, guys. I don't even think that is really Pearl in the chat. I think it's an imposter because I think wherever she is, it's really like early in the morning. But anyway, Pearl, you have the link. Come on in your jammies. We won't judge. Okay. Companion.
Keanu will, but we won't.
I like how you say Keanu. It's cute.
How do you say it?
No, I'm going to start saying Keanu. I think that sounds better. Okay, so do we want to comment a little bit more on this trad wife panel a little bit more? Let's see.
I'm up for whatever.
Yeah.
Pull it up. Let's see if we could go a little bit.
All I know is Lila was on such a roll on your show that
oh yeah.
She was
I just
funny. Everything you said made me laugh.
I really think that's what's happening. There's a lot of down low bisexual men and people are just not living in their truth.
No,
I don't have a problem with the gays. I have a problem with the secret bisexuals. That is a problem. Like people are in relationships with women, but they're secretly bisexual and meeting up with men doing some gay shit. And that is awful. That is what's happening.
Girls used to be afraid of the guys going on guy trips because they were cheating, and now there's more to think about.
Okay. I hear you. I just don't know what you want me to do about it. Talk to her. We are. Okay. Frank thinks that really is Pearl in the chat.
Oh,
hi,
wow.
Pearl. I don't think it's her.
I would love for her to come on the show. You know,
Me
it's like,
too.
I think a lot of this stuff gets lost in translation. And you look so pretty in that picture, Chrissy. I'm going to retweet
What picture?
it. You just took it to promote the show.
Oh, shucks.
It
Thanks.
popped up on my
Do you
thing.
think she would sit in here and chat and not come on?
I don't
I
know.
would.
Maybe she doesn't have her makeup on.
Oh
But
God!
she-
I know. She just said
Oh my God.
Tammy first. And here's the thing. Again,
What's your
I
rate?
I will say this.
Going rate.
Pearl has done an excellent job building a brand, getting
Yes.
people to talk about her. I respect the
Here we
hustle,
are.
okay? And it's great. And don't get mad at us for talking about you. It brings views. This is great. You want
You
the
know
views?
what?
We want the views too.
She wanted this to happen because she knows when SimpCast is. I
We
think this is
also would like the
plan.
views, okay? This is show business, baby. Put some more drama. Read the tweet that
This
she said
reminds
about you,
me
Chrissy.
of the time that I tried to interview Jose Canseco, and he wanted me to pay him $500.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, Jose,
You know what doesn't cost $500?
No
Clam
way.
sweater she's wearing right there. It's quite
Where
hideous.
is this tweet, Lila? I don't see it.
She quote tweeted you.
Oh shit. Go find it.
She quote tweeted you. It's on her page. She just tweeted it.
So maybe it is you because she had said that in the chat. I just quote tweeted you.
Oh, she did. Oh, so she
I
wants.
thought I
This
saw
is
that.
excellent. Okay, we are giving the people what they want. This is spicy. This is drama. This is content. I mean, we want. Come on, we need more insults.
Insult.
Please,
or your
insult
best
us if you
attempt.
can.
Yeah. Okay, god damn it. All right, I'll show this last one and then we're gonna keep watching the thing.
Yes.
The
Give
Give the people what they want.
Ooh, spicy,
And
spicy,
you are
spicy.
worthy of taking this L, Miss Boozer Beater pregnancy. Pray for your kid when his classmates ask if you're his, her mom, or grandma at graduation. If you make it that long, your show looks like a casting call for a woke all-female The Hobbit remake. Oh, this is so sad. Oh my god.
Good God.
Oh, this really, Pearl. I know you take some of your daddy's money and hire someone to help
writer.
you write. Hire a writer.
I
At least it's
believe
trying to do
I
insults.
believe Visconti commented on this one, and it's quite telling.
Hobbit remake.
Let me find it. Oh lordy, I don't know where Visconti's comment is in the sea of replies.
No, it doesn't matter. But it was funny.
Yeah.
You just read it to me.
I mean, how can you? We did things precisely when we intended to do them, so there's no really like shaming us for that. Again, like you're not in competition with anybody but yourself. So you can't really.
Exactly. And I thought the whole like point of like the whatever movement I'm so confused with it now, but don't you want people to have children and to make babies and create families? So when a woman does get married and have a baby and now you're insulting them for having
but you
a
didn't
child.
do it when I wanted you to.
Yes, but you should have done it earlier. How dare you?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. I'll
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, I feel like politically.
Internet.
Enough of this little experiment hasn't gone so
Oh,
well. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
this women's rights stuff is over, and
I'll get to the next point. Rachel was talking
two
about.
is a lot of these guys wanted this blend of socialism and capitalism that we have right now, this kind of hybrid system. And there was a lot of
She makes a lot of good
anti-suffrage
points,
groups that had
Rachel.
posters, pamphlets, encyclicals. They even did debates against suffragists where they said a vote for women is a vote for socialism, because the Bolsheviks in Russia were saying we're never going to have full communism. We're never going to have true socialism unless we get women involved, give them the vote, make them workers, make them see themselves as labor units rather than mothers. So this was kind of the plan. So that's kind of how we ended up with the system we have now. So they wanted to dual income tax. They wanted women in the workforce. What's the other big benefit of that? Where do the kids go all day? If mom and dad are both at work, they have to go somewhere. Oh, we magically get the compulsory education system right along this same time frame. So the kids are being indoctrinated with that, whatever values the government. Obvious one is.
So this is like really interesting. She's making the ties between basically like feminism and socialism, like look at the institutions, they're all kind of based around, like we were talking about this yesterday. A lot of moms, they just go to work so they can afford daycare, and it's a bit sad. Hello.
Yes.
Is this boring? Should I
agreed.
move on?
No, yeah.
If this is boring, I'll fast forward it.
You froze for a second, so then we all got scared.
Yeah.
I think, and then we're just,
I didn't know.
I'm having a stroke. No.
Oh no.
no, but yes. Okay. We're not bored. We're happy.
Okay, I'm good.
Cheap wages. If you
We're
were
happy as
JP Morgan or a Cornelius Vanderbilt or a Rockefeller or a Ford, and you have these huge factories and you need lots of cheap labor, you can only import so many immigrants. Better idea, take the women who are going to work for a lower wage, put them in the factories, which is exactly what we saw happen. So
I suppose with industrialization.
Okay, yeah, that may have been the original intention of it, but at this point, you're not going to get most women to who like enjoy working to give up their careers. It's just like you're not going to take away abortion entirely at this point. Like it's been given to women for too long.
The same people who are telling you to give up your careers are also on shows where they enjoy talking. So it's like, how can you tell other women, oh, stay home, be in the workforce, or not stay home, get out of the workforce, when it's like you also have a brand that you've built up and, you know, power and money and wealth that you enjoy having, and yet you're telling everybody else, don't do it.
It makes absolutely no sense. The people that tell women that are oftentimes women. Well, then what the fuck are you doing?
What is
it? Yeah,
it's not realistic. Most people don't, or not to place any of the blame on guys, but I think most guys don't make enough to, not in this day and age, maybe, like, right, this is another thing that the boomers had that we won't have, is like your average guy doesn't make enough to like have their wife just stay home, not work. And I think
do you make enough so that I can stay home?
he would probably like that,
so that I can stay home and deal with the cat.
He said no. He said no.
Oh,
That's true. I'm just
like, I think it would be nice, but I think most people don't make enough to have their wife just stay home and not work. And I think a lot of women, like, they are kind of, some of them are going to work kind of begrudgingly, like, fuck, like, this is just so I can pay for childcare. It's a drag, but we got to do what we got to do.
Right. Or else, I mean, you could you could live that life where you marry, you know, you get the lip injections and you do the self tanner and do the whole thing. When you marry, you go to, you know, somewhere on the Upper East Side and you meet an extremely rich man who's like, I want you to stay home and do nothing and just look pretty and don't mind if I cheat on you. Is that what
But also the broke guys are cheating too, so it's like the rich guys.
Exactly. There's really no winning. And we're all, I know they hate it when I say it on here, but we are all shades of gray. Okay. We really are. So there's no right thing for anyone. So
yeah. Oh my God, you guys are really too much of the supers tonight. Thank you all. Matt Scroggins, she just needs a better skincare routine, like Venti criticized for her for. True, and I've noticed, like, the more people have criticized her looks, the more she has tried to do a little bit better makeup. So I guess it's working. Junior, Pearl should become trans so that she can become the alpha male that she was physically built to be. Chirp.
Absolutely.
You want a chirp? You want a chirp, Junior? You get a chirp. You get a chirp from me. Ben Ryder, there's no such thing as a bisexual guy, just gay in denial.
What does Charlotte say? It's
No,
just
there
away
is
on the way to Gay Town.
there is a lot of bisexual, frustrated men out there, and I'm telling you that is why they like the red pill so much. There's a lot of we have an epidemic of bisexual men that are sucking dick on the side, and that's why they're really angry at women, because they wish they could be women. They want the attention that women get. That is what's really happening here, and they want to knock women down a peg by making you feel like, oh, you're not worthy of this, and it's like, no, they want to be women because they're sucking dicks on the side. That's what is happening.
And let me tell you, Lila, they probably aren't bisexual. They're probably just gay. That's why they're so angry.
Right.
which is exactly what I'm saying about Pearl. And that's just my 2 cents about it. That's why she's so angry at women, because she wants them and she can't be a pretty one. So,
Guys, are you ready for another Pearl zinger?
Yes.
This is the View Trailer Park version.
Yeah.
Oh, ayo, Pearl. Wow. We love your sweater, Pearl. Your hair never looks greasy.
Pearl
and you are
zingers. I love
definitely attracted to men. Wee.
Wee.
You know, I just find it interesting because it's like, what is her overall message? What is she?
Don't bother. That's the message.
Yeah.
Don't be happy. Don't try to be happy. The system is rigged against you. Just curl up and die.
Mm-hmm. And play softball anytime you
literally
can.
a miracle any of us are here. The fact that any of us were born.
So let's assume somebody could possibly be a narcissist. And there's different levels of narcissism and different types. There's malignant, there's grandiose, there's all these different types. And so somebody
chocolate covered.
Yeah, and so
I swear to God, she was like, I thought you were going to say, let's assume somebody could possibly be attracted to Pearl. I swear to God. I thought that's what you were going to say. Okay, it's possible.
It's possible. It's not probable. It's possible.
Right. But a malignant narcissist literally does not care what anyone else is doing, and they're going to keep creating any type of reality that can get them attention. Period. That's all they want. And the source is all the attention. And so she gets the attention. It's not even maybe about men or women or anything. It's something that hit and she's going with it, I'm guessing.
Well,
And
she's
that's
doing a great job.
And
She's done a phenomenal job.
And that's exactly what she does for views and money.
Right.
You're talking about exactly what she's doing for views and money, which is fine. Good for her. But I reserve the right.
She's found
to
a
call her
niche that
glam
works
and-
for her.
Right.
But
Right.
and I'm not saying that she is, I'm just saying that type of personality, it would explain how none of it really makes sense because it's not based in any truth or any strong reality. It's all an illusion, that she creates, and people either buy in or don't buy in or fight about or whatever, but no matter what happens, she gets attention.
Yes, and we would like some of that attention. So throw it our way. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
Like and
I am doing
subscribe.
this because I would like to get some asses in seats and come to a city near you and
Yes.
perform stand-up comedy. Okay, we would like to bring our comedy tour show to you.
Yes.
So we need you to hit that like button. Let us know where you'd like to see us perform. We could do a whole panel on Pearl. We could do a Pearl roast
Ooh.
in your city. How about that?
We're roasting clams. It'll be fun.
We're gonna go to Pearlburg, Pennsylvania. No, untoward. That is all. Thank you, Gregory Lieber.
Very untoward.
Push-ups. Keanu, can we get Gino's view if he's home?
His view is he put a very long and speech to texted comment on whatchamacallit, Clam's retweet of
Clam's thread.
So you can go
put it in the
there.
chat. I can't find it.
I want to see it.
Opinionated news guy.
Biscon, do me a favor. Can you
Pearl's nickname-
screenshot that what you just sent and text it to me? Thanks.
Pearl's nickname in the girls' locker room was Tripod. What?
Meaning she's got a big dick that hangs to the floor, so she
Oh.
can lean over on it. Yeah.
Oh, Matt Scroggins. I've heard a statistic, not sure of its veracity, that over 80% of women would love to be with a guy that would allow them to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. Ooh, I mean, it would be nice to have the option, like a stay-at-home mom, or like do whatever the fuck they want. I don't know.
But not that I don't, I literally miss the bean right now. I literally love him so much. But not everybody wants to be a mom. So then what is your, and that's not your only worth, Chrissy. I've never seen anybody just give birth and work so hard as you still do and have and stay so thin and
Amazing.
cute, by the way.
Well, someone's got to put diapers on the table.
See? But it's not like you were like, you know what? I've had a baby. I don't ever want to do anything else. You're like, no,
I was worried about that. I was like, oh, what if I get pregnant and it becomes my entire personality? No, it's like, but I'm like, use it for material. It's fucking life experiences. It makes you more relatable.
It's true. You got up on stage last night because I made you, because I felt like that's what you would do to me. And
True.
you were incredible again, like you probably didn't even want to, but
I
like,
know I did not have my game face on. I just was there to support. And we shout out to Glenn Miller's show at the Sawmill Tavern in, I forget what town that was. Was it Ardsley?
Mm-hmm.
We just popped by, and I didn't think I was going to get up because you were like, give Chrissy some time. And I'm like, no, I don't want to impose. And then Glenn, who's hammered, came over, was like, I'm just going to put Gino up next. I don't want people to leave. I was like, fine.
And then he got up there. He was like, "You want me to bring Chrissy up here?" And people were like,
bring Chrissie Mayr up here. And then some couple people were like, yeah. Like, you want me to bring Chrissie Mayr? She just had a baby. She's in the back. Like, you made it sound like I had a fucking gave birth in the kitchen. That's how he made it sound.
Well,
I'll bring her up. I don't give a fuck.
Then you spoke from the soul, and it was hilarious. And yeah, so I mean, that you don't only want to be a mother. Not everybody only wants to be a mother. I think that about you, at least. But you wouldn't work so hard if you just wanted to be that. But you could be.
If something happened and I couldn't tour, stand up anymore, or like do podcasting, I don't know. It's tricky because there are things I love to do, but it also ties into like how I earn an income. So, and it's been that way like my whole adult life. So I couldn't imagine a world where I don't have to make money. But like I can understand. I actually have more, and I used to be a little bit kind of shame women who like, because I look at my own mother who she didn't have really like hobbies. Oh, what's up, quartering? What's up, Jeremy in the chat? I'll log on if Pearl does. Pearl, see, Jeremy, Pearl has the link. She has the link. She knows she's always welcome. Germs, I will send you the link as well. I hope that maybe if you're drunk, I hope that you come on. That seems to be the only time Jeremy will grace us with his presence. Quartering! Thank you for the super chat. The only men that stand Pearl are literal actual incels, like not in the way that the left uses it, like actual incels. She's deeply jealous of happy women. That is what I believe based on her response. I think she's very upset when people are happy because it's like I'm good. I don't care what people think of me. Like I feel like in my mind I worked so hard to get to where I am, and just my own life is the result of what I've been through and the work we've all done. So
I'm not
I don't care who approves of it or not. I'm thrilled.
Right. You don't need anyone's approval. It's perfectly fine to be a stay-at-home mother. That is perfectly fine. But
this was my point, is that I a little bit kind of looked, not that I looked down on my own mother, but she didn't have any hobbies. She didn't have anything that she liked to do outside of us kids. There were 3 of us. And as soon as we were like grown, and it took us a little while for us all to kind of move out. Like we were like 20. I'm the youngest of 3.
Failure to launch.
I moved out at 26, and I was actually, I think, the first to move out. My brother and sister then like took a couple more years after, I think. And once we were grown and out of the house, my mom would kind of like guilt us. Like we would visit normally, but it never felt like it was enough. It never felt like we visited her enough or stayed long enough, which put incredible like pressure and guilt on at least me. I can't speak for the other 2, but oh my God, like I felt like her entire emotional well-being was my responsibility. And like, if I wasn't, I had to constantly be like, oh God, I'd be there hanging out with her, visiting. And she'd be like, so when are you coming back? And like, not say it from like but saying it from a place where I constantly felt this. Like, I don't know if anybody has ever felt this from their parents or somebody in their life, but it's never enough. I'm a bad person for having to like, get back on the train and go to Brooklyn and go do a mic or go to work or whatever. that bothered me. And I always wished that my mom had something else other than us kids to provide her with like validation, a reason to get up in the morning, something that made her feel good about herself. Like even if it was like a social group or a club or something, fucking
100%.
needle point, you know? And I was like, I wish she had something else so that the pressure was not all on me to make her happy.
Empty nest syndrome, right?
Yes.
Doesn't that
Yeah.
exist?
Well, I think that's why it's important that people build community. You know, it shouldn't just all be put on your kids. Like that's why friendships are important, and just like you said, having hobbies or just something.
It could be hobbies, it could be charity, it could be anything. But I agree 100%. Every person, especially a woman who just is married and does not work, needs to work really hard on being a sovereign person.
What does that mean?
So
sovereign's a great word.
Be onto themselves. So they actually, so it's one thing to be married and this guy is telling you what to do and you're under control, opposed to you're married and you make your own choices and you two work together, you know, you like you and Frank, like Frank said to Pearl, like, you know, you guys build into each other. And that's really what love is. Love is a pouring out. It's not an exchange. It's not reciprocal. Love is like the sunshine.
Oh, or it's like you're a candle who lights another candle. You don't lose your flame.
Right.
I don't know. And then your waxes
flame.
mushed together. Twin flame.
Mush
Like-
your wax into me.
I like one of those Italian restaurant
Mix
wine.
your waxes together. Yeah, I always, I mean, she's dead now, but I always wanted that for her. Like, and I love my mother. I love her still, obviously. And you are supposed to love your kids, obviously, unconditionally. But
Yeah.
I know that now, like, I would never want to put that on my son. And I'm glad I lived through that. Like, it's kind of like you can't guilt your fucking kid. Like that's the point of having kids, is to like give them everything you have. I talk a big game. I've been a parent for exactly 5 weeks, but like I know everything, girls.
She's on her high horse already.
Sit down. I figured it all out. You know, like give them everything you have so that they can fly, that they can launch into life and be productive, happy adults.
And then don't sit there and be like, why don't you ever visit me? Come home to your
it's
mother.
like, what?
Right.
How horrible to feel like, yeah, but there's strings attached. Like no, man, like fucking spread your wings, do your thing. And I would hope, and that's the thing, is that you have to, when your children reach adulthood, you have to put in the work to connect with them on an adult level. It's not just like, I am your parent, I have kept you alive, you owe me XYZ, I've paid for all your shit.
Yeah.
Once your kid hits 18, now you have to look at them not like an equal, but like you're both adults now. And just because it's like you can't just rest on the fact that like I've raised you, so you owe me. It's like, no, hey, what are your interests? What are you at? What are you into now? Like, where are you at as an 18, 20, 35, 45, 50-year-old person? And like, let's connect. Not that you have to be besties, but, and I think that's something my parents didn't really do a great job of. They didn't really revise their relationships, with me, at least. I think that a little bit, they still saw me as like maybe a 20-year-old girl. Oh, I'm just figuring out like life. Oh, I'm doing improv. I'm figuring it out. Like, oh, I get, they never revised. Like they still saw me as this girl who was like getting fired and going from job to job and didn't have a clear career path, and was like, who they never took seriously. Oh, they're, because I talked to like this financial advisor who used to work with my mom. And the financial advisor said to me, like, it's really great to hear that you're doing so well, because your mom always said to me, like, yeah, Chrissy wants to do comedy, but like, I have no idea how she's going to do it. Like, I don't know what the fuck she's doing or how she'll ever make money. And, and all throughout the years, she would, she didn't, and that's the thing, is like her and my dad, they didn't know anybody who were successful kind of like entrepreneurs in the arts who made it that way. My mom she had the same job, like really her whole adult life. My dad worked his fucking balls off, went from landscaper to teamster. And in a sense, yeah, he was an entrepreneur, because landscaper, he owned his own business, but neither of them thought you could make it off of make your living just off of like your personality or comedy or whatever. So I can't fault them that. They didn't know it was possible.
Anything's
So,
possible.
yeah.
Right.
Anything's possible.
It's
I
actually
think,
one of the things that I would want any mother or father to know, and that is that when you worry about your child, they know it. And what you're doing is you're saying, doubt you, and you're making their journey take longer than it would have taken.
Are you ready for another Pearl zinger? Sorry, I really love this one. Okay, this is the best one yet. Pearl says, "Carmen looks like your average Cracker Barrel waitress."
Oh, bing, 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 Pearl. Oh, wow, you're doing great, Pearl. Wow.
It's cute. It's so cute. It's like when your kid goes to work with you and like makes a photocopy.
You dress, Pearl, like you got your clothes at Cracker Barrel, you dumb bitch. How about that? Slam it up.
She's trying, Keanu. She's doing her best.
Hilarious.
Doing her
I have
best.
no patience.
Jeremy Parker's clam would be quite a catch in a beekeeper suit. Also, Kiki looks gorgeous tonight, as always.
Oh,
You
Jeremy.
germs.
You
Jeremy.
flatter me.
Another Jeremy. Jeremy David. She's a clam planet. What? Zato. What's up, Zato? Now we need Nikki Norton. History will be made this day. I love Nikki Norton. I will
I do
try
too.
DMing her again. I adore her. I would love her on SimpCast. Sausage Lord. Or no, Sassage Lord. Pearl has a DEI hire immigrant boyfriend. Does she now?
What is DEI? Forgive me.
What? Keanu, get the fuck. No. Where have you been? Keanu, DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion.
Like a diversity hire.
Yes.
Okay, well, I just say the whole word.
I hope Gito didn't hear you say that. He would hit the roof.
And mute. Sorry, Gino.
Mute.
Diversity hire. I know that.
5 clams for Pearl to come on.
Oh, that's
Pearl,
funny.
what's your rate? If you're still in the chat, what is your going rate?
She said on the chat, now pay me because I'm tired
Pay
of
me,
me
bitch.
getting you views.
It
Right.
reminds me of
You know
Tiffany
what?
Henyard being like, bitch, better have my money.
This is great. That we need a collaboration. It would benefit all parties.
Wait.
Okay. Retweet it.
Collaboration.
Yeah, we need a collaboration.
Collaboration.
It'd be great. Yeah. You know what I find? This is what I find interesting about just the whole like, as a stand-up comedian, like I would prefer if we were on a show and there were like 2,000 people watching us. I would love that, and I'd love to meet every person in here. And I think that's like the difference between like what we do, Chrissy, is like people think that what we're saying online is like so serious, and it's like, no, this is entertainment, so you can buy tickets to our show, okay? Well, at least it is for me. Like,
Yeah.
I
wish this were happening. I wish this were happening in front of a live studio audience, so we could all like,
yes,
we could pass a mic around and be like, give us your best clam roast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clam roast.
Clam roast. Okay. These women all have theories on how I smell. Makes sense. They would watch this show.
Who said anything about
Who
her?
said anything about how you smell?
That's a you problem, Clam. No one,
But this is what
no one brought
about.
that up. You weirdo.
It's never like she doesn't listen.
Now I have a theory about how you smell. Might not.
No, let's
be-
think about it.
No.
I'm gonna say a combination of low tide and a locker room.
I think like mothballs, like her hideous sweater. You know?
Oh, she's trying. Don't bag on her.
She is
Marcos,
trying, my
off
patience.
topic. Bucky's
She
brisket
actually
sandwiches
smells
are
like
good.
Cracker Barrel. I've served her.
Bucky's brisket is very good. I've eaten it in the car many a time. This was good. I don't know if people saw this before. Pearl insulting anyone's looks is like me calling someone unhealthy. Oh, quartering. I feel like quartering. You lost a bunch of weight.
Oh.
I notice these things. Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry I went off on that weird tangent about my mom, but oh right, the whole like and now that I've had a kid, I understand the women that like my kids are my everything. I literally have nothing else to do, but that's great while you have your kids, but just I hope that doesn't become like a huge weight that you put on them, whether intentionally or unintentionally, because I know how bad that feels.
Right.
Like not that you pity, kind of, yeah, a little bit like pity. I feel bad, like you're just like, wow, I can't, like it feels selfish to live your own life, basically.
It's just not for everyone. It's okay to have your kids be your whole life, but life is long. Hopefully you live after your kids turn 18 and then you have something. So if they want to move to Pompeii, you're not freaking out.
I mean, okay, I would be like, yeah, if my kiddo wanted to move to like Europe somewhere, I'd be like, ugh.
I don't even think Pompeii exists.
That would be
anymore.
sad, but I'm like, you know what? If you fucking want to do it, go for it.
Yeah. I say that and I miss the bean already, and he's not even my child. So I have no idea.
God, today I found my parents took like very few photos of me, but I found like one of the few photos of me like when I was like a month old. And then I looked at the bean and I looked at the photo. I was like, oh my God, we look exactly the same. I too was missing hair. I too was like losing hair as a baby. I had male pattern baldness.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Oh my God. His little face. I can't believe he exists. All right. Let's go back to this.
You immediately let me pause. Go back.
Nope.
So I forgot exactly where I was going with
useful when they are conforming to masculine norms.
Yes.
That's why they love the CEO, feminine girl boss. They love those.
Oh, just talking about how feminists want women to conform to masculine norms. Is that interesting? Maybe let's pull ahead to this TikTok that they were talking about.
There was some unfit average guy. I can't remember the exact story, but he challenged any MMA champion woman to a fight, and they all refused to do it until finally they did. Someone finally they would be like, "I'll take him. He's nothing. I'm trained." And then at the last minute, be like, "I'm not doing it." And then finally something happened where he did like a friendly sparring match and got put in a submission, and they hugged it out or whatever. I don't think it was a real fight. You know?
Oh, this was all about like the average man could beat like a very strong woman. I don't think any of us would contest that point.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Like, yeah.
But if I have a gun, I'll win. So it doesn't matter.
That one's done.
I'm choosing the bear.
Oh, you know, I just learned what that was. That there's this thing like, would you rather have a man in the woods or a bear? But the thing is, a bear is not going to make help you make a fire or build a shelter.
Yeah, but what man are we talking about? What kind of man is this? Is this somebody that's just recently been released from prison? Huh? Is this somebody that just came across the border and was in a gang and has just, assaulted people? Is that what's happening here? So I don't know about you. When I'm on a hiking trail and I'm by myself and I come across like a deer, I'm not afraid. But if I see a man getting close to me, I start limping a little faster. Okay?
Also, can you pick what kind of bear? Can you say like a bear cub, like a baby bear?
Bears scare the shit out of me after that.
Like a
man.
sick old bear who doesn't have it in him to try to eat you.
Like a larger gay man with a beard. I'll come across him hiking anytime. That's fine.
Like, are we ready for another one? Ready? Lila Hart likes criminals. It's obvious.
You did it, Pearl. you put a sentence together.
Aren't we supposed to like just accept all men for whatever they do? So that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. I love men.
I guess they should have asked, would you want to be in the woods with a bear, a straight man, a gay man, or a bisexual man? And I think the most dangerous is the down low bisexual. The down low bisexual is the one you would not want to be trapped in the woods with, because that guy also
I'm
not be trusted.
Confused. Do you mean an actual like grizzly bear?
Also, like, you don't want to be in the woods with like one of these women hating gays. If like there's a difference between like a fun gay and like a gay who's like,
there is no woman
really
hating gay. The only woman hating gay, no, it's the down low bisexuals. Those are the women hating gays. The secret bisexuals.
Okay.
And any woman hating gay is because he's secretly gay. He's not actually out of the closet.
You guys haven't met the type of gay that's like literally like a lot of women have this fantasy of the gay best friend, but maybe it's all the years I spent doing shows at Stonewall. Like, there's a type of gay that they look down upon women. Like, they really fucking hate women. They want nothing to do with them. There's like a hatred.
Well,
there.
they think we're icky, and
yeah,
maybe,
clearly.
yeah.
And these are probably the gold star ones.
Like Nathan Lane.
Are they like spicy gays? Are they like sassy? Or are they just like, do they
No,
look?
they're just like intense. I don't know. Maybe you haven't met one of those yet, but they're out there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're out there.
They can say something to you.
The
My
average-
best friend is gay. They can say something to you, unlike Pearl, that can hit you so hard in your soul.
Yes,
that
nobody can insult you like a gay. Oh,
You're like,
I love a gay. I love a
Well,
good gay. I love a good gay insult.
I love a gay.
I know, I love it, but no.
But I
would
can't
be in the
stand
woods
these
with a bear.
secret bisexuals. Okay, I'm a down
Who are you,
low.
Lila? Who are you
secret
thinking of? When
Yes,
I feel
and-
like you
and-
have a few people in mind when you say these secret bisexuals. I feel like you have some on the tip of your tongue.
No, I'm thinking like 80% of the male population. Okay, my eyes have been
What
open.
tipped this off?
think
What
it's 80%?
where did this come from,
Secret
Lila?
I think,
bisexuals.
okay, this is my theory. You know how every woman's like, oh, I dealt with a narcissist. This narcissist. I'm like, narcissists are bisexual. That is what's happening. Okay, this narcissistic man that you dated for years, that you had to pay for everything, and he was like beating on you, is because he wanted to be a woman.
And so he left you for another woman?
Yeah, that's what he didn't leave you for another woman. He left you for another woman. That's what he showed you. But in between those times, he was getting his dick sucked by men or
Let
other
me tell you
things.
something, Lila. That is a gay man, not a bisexual, that just can't accept himself.
No,
much
it's
like
Yeah.
Liam. It's not bisexual. I believe that sexuality is a spectrum, but if you're hiding it in your aggro about, women, I can't stand it, you're gay. And you're probably this much gay if this is straight.
And I think
You're
a
probably that
bisexual
much.
man is a man who simply doesn't have the wardrobe to be gay. Like, they just don't have.
True.
They're not there yet.
Right.
They can't.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. It's not
Okay.
bisexual.
Lila's thinking. I can see her little.
I'm just telling you,
Real-
you guys,
the
that is
gears
the
are
real.
turning.
That is the real issue that is happening here. Just just observe. Here's the thing. I think any man that is not like doesn't kind of give me that like. I just think there's a lot of bisexuals out there. Okay, there's just if any man that's like not nice to me, I'm like, you're gay-ish. Something's going on there. There's some.
If they say that they're straight, I'm a straight man, and then they're not nice to you, they're probably gay, not bisexual.
That ain't no woman. It's a man.
Sorry, that was like not even an appropriate drop.
I thought it was great.
I was poor timing.
Okay, this is why I think there has been a rise in secret down low bisexual men, is because a lot of these men cannot talk to women, and the men are gross. They're like, let's just suck each other's dicks. Let's just do that.
It is easier.
Yeah, they meet.
Well,
I'm telling you, they meet
say
at.
that's just a gay man.
No, they
can't
present
accept
the
it? Where is
world
the
as-
bisexual coming from?
They just because they present to the world as straight, but secretly
Because
they're meeting
society
at gas
tells them they
stations.
should. I
Yeah, but
think.
they're meeting at gas stations. I'm telling you, they're meeting at rest stops. They're meeting on Craigslist
Right.
ads. They're meeting on Facebook ads where they're like, "Oh, I'm selling this thing. Come to my garage. Let me suck your dick real quick." That's what's happening. I'm telling you,
Lila, that is a gay man who can't accept it because of the eyes of the Lord or society or clam or what have you, right? That's just a gay man who is like, I love women. I don't know why they don't like me, but I want to suck dicks at a truck stop. That's just a gay man. And that's fine. Biscotti just said, did you want something?
Never mind. Don't look at me.
Not now.
See, look at that.
There's a rise.
Could be
A rise in bisexual behavior among Americans. Getaway ad. A journal of sex research studies published. Ooh, significant rise. I don't know. I think just people are like, they want to be different. So they're just going to be like, oh yeah, I'm bisexual. Like they have a
I
very
know
good
they're
friend,
not.
and I think they're
That's the thing is,
bisexual.
Chrissy, they're not saying that they're bisexual.
They're not
Okay,
saying that they're
Oh,
gay.
this is a
but they're
down
telling the
low.
fucking study that they are.
Well, you need to
Yeah.
Google down low men Atlanta. Okay, that's what you need to look for.
Oh, these ads are killing me. Ugh, look at it. Look, everyone can see what I've Googled. How embarrassing. The furniture, the shoes. I've had it.
Point two. Ballerina is your new hobby as a mother.
Junior, I support Lila's crusade against bisexual men. Chirp. Oh, really? You think you could just ask for a chirp?
It's just a layover on the way to Gay Town. This bisexualness, please.
Push-ups. Pearl, FYI, Lila is happily married. Knock it off. She
Yes,
knows.
I have a
She
great
knows.
husband.
She would be like, prove it. You only married him after 15 plus years of doing God knows what.
What? How dare you?
God
Happily. Oh.
Happily.
If you were so happy, why would you be on this podcast?
No one should be on this podcast.
We're her army of friends, Clam. Don't you know?
Yeah, we're part of the friend army. Oh my god, I was using the Brave browser, but then other things weren't running as well. So there. Okay, sorry, I lashed out. Okay, back to the thing. Is trad wife life better? I don't know. It's like even kind of stupid to have this debate because like nobody on this debate was really for the opposite. Nobody was really for
It didn't. It wasn't really a debate. It
true
was just
debate.
no.
And nobody on this was really a true trad wife because everybody on the panel was a content creator of some kind. So wouldn't a true trad wife be like, I earn zero income. I just stay home, which maybe that's what Isabella, Riley, or Moody is now. She's scaled back. That's what Lisa was saying. She scaled back on the content creation big time, and maybe she doesn't have to earn any money. I don't know what their situation is, but
I think America is the country of choices, right? You can, make your life exactly how you want it to be. You can work a little, work a lot, have a kid, be bisexual, and stop at a truck stop if you would like to, right? We all are shades of gray. There's no one right thing for anyone. So it's ridiculous to even debate.
I don't know. And I'm not a dude. Dudes in the chat, tell me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the idea of this put like a lot of pressure on you to be the sole earner of money? I think that would stress me out if I'm a dude. If your wife is bringing in $0, it's like you have no wiggle room. Like, what happens if you get laid off? What happens if your hours get cut?
If you get laid off, you're not getting laid anymore. How about that?
Wouldn't you want your wife to have some skill that's like even a passive income, even if it's like you knit fucking hats for trans kids on the side?
What do white women in
Here's
like
the thing,
Kentucky
y'all,
do? Make
about men.
candles? Yeah.
They have this thing called testosterone. And I was in a room once with probably, I would say 150 people. And this guy was just asking, and they were all very successful. And they said, how many of you made your money because your back was against the wall and you had a family to feed?
Sounds hot.
That is what it was. 80% of the people stood up. That's a lot.
Wow. I have heard a lot of guys say that like when the responsibility is sort of like heaved onto them, then they do rise to the occasion or they figure out a way. But
exactly.
It's nerve-wracking. I don't know. I wouldn't want to put that on somebody.
No. And I think you like your career, Chrissy. Wouldn't you say? Like,
and also, but true. It's like I also am so aware of like my childhood, like the impression I got, or whatever my programming from how I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents always fought about money, so I was raised with the whole like you better not be costing somebody money. Like if you do anything in this world, do not be a financial burden on somebody. That was my biggest takeaway from my parents. So I never even really like asked them for money ever. I had such a huge hang up on like asking my dad if he wanted to like contribute anything to the wedding. I had such a hard time being like, do you want to? Like, do you want to help us with this? Like, I had such a hard time. And I don't know.
My dad calls us his little financial burdens. That's
yeah.
He came out. He was like, "Hello, my little financial burdens, and you will be my financial burden for the rest of time until I die." So
I remember it was
really no one way or the other.
My
Not anymore,
parents
but
made us they let me know basically every step of the way how much I was costing them. Like I was 8 years old. I got into a fight with my brother in the front lawn. I pulled the back of his jeans. He fell backwards. He crushed my glasses onto my face. I cut my forehead. My mom told me like we need to get a special plastic surgeon to put stitches in your forehead so that you wouldn't have an ugly scar on your head for the rest of your life. And it cost us $800. Like that's like a core memory, like locked in. I remember that. And I remember how much money. And I was like, fuck, like my fucking around with my brother, stupid fighting cost them $800 that day. And I just felt horrible. And then same thing with my mom. She would say, like my entire salary goes into paying for your college. Just saying, so next time you want to get like a C or a B, just remember.
Oh my God. Jesus. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot.
Felt horrible. Yeah. But whatever.
It's poverty consciousness, and it's very prevalent.
Yeah.
And people are kind of raised in it, and then it's a lot to get out of. You have to reprogram yourself.
It is true. And I have to go like, all right, well, this is where that was coming from. But it's a lot to just shake off. I don't think I'll ever just be like
well, it's abuse, actually, in a weird way.
Is it abuse?
I think so. I think it's
maybe a little bit emotional abuse, a little bit.
I know. I wish at the time I could go back and be like, yo, I didn't make you give birth to me, by the way. I did not.
You also didn't make them give birth to 3 children.
Right.
Maybe it wouldn't have been a bigger deal if you had fallen down and cut your head if you were the only child,
But they did the thing, you know what I mean? Like they had 3 kids and only my dad was working. And then my mom eventually had to go get a job. It's like they did the thing that I was like so scared of growing up, which was like not being able to afford the kids that you have. And I think that's one of the main reasons that our birth rate is down is people don't think they can afford to have kids.
Yeah.
And that goes back
to did it. Did it. They're like, whatever. Who fuck?
I think they are inspiration. I think they are, but don't throw it in their face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
That is true, though, Chrissy. I feel like people are not acknowledging the fact that we were told, go to college for 4 years. When you graduate, you'll be able to get your dream job. It'll be so much fun. You'll be able to afford a house and a car and all these things. And like, that's just not what happened. And I mean, have you seen how much a bag of chips is?
$5.
Yeah, it's like there are a lot of people who aren't having children because they legitimately feel like they can't afford to have children. They can barely afford to take care of themselves.
And they probably can't if they're thinking that way. So
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Planned Parenthood has free condoms, everybody. So just saying, or track your periods by the moon and
Chris, Tim Pool touched my beanie. Oh, you should consider that a high honor. Sus Wage Lord, Tiny Tim isn't married and has no kids. Oh, he has millions of dollars. I think he's good. He could do whatever he wants. Leo, thank you for the orange boy.
Thanks, Leo.
Lila has Doppler by Gaydar. There's a hissy fit building over the panhandle with twirling Doctor Who's warning. That's a mouthful.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
I don't watch Doctor Who, but I support it.
And I like the orange thing. And I'm just saying that I think that's why people are having such a difficult time dating in general, like why there's such a conversation online about men are doing this and women are doing that. And I think it's because people are not actually living in their truth, like actually being who they are. Like they'll have an online persona of a certain way.
And then they're stopping at truck stops to get a blowjob because
That's
they're
what I'm talking about.
bi.
And I think like if you guys, there's so many videos of girls who are talking about, like, did you see the video of the girl? I think she's like 29 and she's like, I'm successful, I have a good job, and I've done all these things, and I still have a hard time finding a partner. And so many comments are telling her like, oh, well, yeah, she's gonna die alone, or she should settle, and all this and that. And it's like, all she's saying is, can she find a partner who's equally matched? Like, is it really hard for a 29-year-old man to also have his own apartment, also have a good job, also have a good circle of friends? Like, that's what she's looking for. If she's able to do that, she wants a partner who is also able to do that. And I think that's what makes it interesting. Like, men are getting upset that women are working now, so women are making a certain amount of money, right? And it's like, it makes sense that they want a partner who is also making that certain amount of money, because if men are supposed to be so much better than women and, they do make more, then why is it so hard for them to just make more money than women
Right.
are
Yet
making?
the woman who complains in that way, the responses will be, oh, you're asking for too much. You think you're hot shit. You think you're being high maintenance. You don't
You're
understand
damned
what
if
you
you
bring to
do,
the
you're
table.
damned if you don't. They can't get erect if you're successful. And if you are and you ask for one goddamn thing,
and what are you supposed to do? Just live at home with your parents? Like how do you pay fucking rent without having some kind of an income? How, like, what are you supposed to just like live with your parents? Not everyone can just live with their parents. Some parents want to fuck off
Right,
and move to
that's so true.
Florida.
Takes me out.
Some parents would be like, yeah, we're moving to Florida. Good luck out there. Oh, but I haven't found my husband yet. Okay. That sounds like a you problem.
right. And maybe you know what? There's some women that don't even want to get married, to be honest. So you got to procure your life in the way that you want it to be and not pay attention to what other people say. And I'm of the understanding that, like, if you're looking for, here's my checklist for a partner, it's on the untoward board. Okay. If here's my checklist, you're never going to knock off all those things. If you're looking for it, it's just going to end in misery and sadness. Okay. Like,
But I think that like a lot of these women, they just want the basic things. Like, okay, I graduated from college, would like a person who also graduated. I have a car, would like someone who also has a car. I have a place to live, would like someone who has a place to live.
Well, Lila, you got to consider the homeless dudes. How dare you?
right. And the homeless dudes pipe you the best. So I mean, it's really a catch-22. I'm just teasing.
They really want somewhere to crash. They're very motivated. Yeah.
And I think that's where, like, even with the Kevin Samuel stuff, a lot of the time he was just trying to tell women, like, oh, you're old now, so you should just settle for these things. And it's like, why are we not telling the men to work harder and rise above and like work out? Maybe put down the potato chips, maybe stop watching so much porn, maybe stop playing video games, go to the gym. A lot of these guys who are like, oh, it's not about that. It's like, did you watch porn today? Did you jack off today? Did you do that? And if you did that, that's a problem. Maybe you should practice semen retention. Maybe you should focus on yourself, and women will be attracted to you.
Which is
and it's
exactly what Gavin McGinnis preached. He was just like, don't blow your loads, don't watch porn, buy a leather jacket, be your best self.
And you know who does put down the potato chips and go to the gym and be their best selves? Gay men.
Yes.
They look best and they don't want us. So really,
they're thriving.
Well,
just like
and I'm sorry, like, I'm not gonna be like Pearl and tell men, oh, you guys are perfect, you've done everything right. No, it's like a woman who has her own apartment is going to want to date a man who also has his own apartment. You're going to have to match what she has, and if you don't have those things, it's not like before where a woman could just get sold off to some dude by her family, and then they get a bunch of cows for it. We have our own cows. We own the cows now.
Right. I refuse to wear a burqa. I refuse.
I actually think it should be the biblical model. And I know this sounds so crazy to people, but I believe we should be able to be under the, what do they call it? The headship of the father, the woman, not the boys, the girls, until they're accomplished and sovereign and they're able to handle themselves, and a man comes and takes over protecting them or whatever. I do think it's a dangerous world out there for women. And I really did do everything I could to make sure that my daughter had a safe start, and that she didn't feel a lot of pressure from outside things about going to college and getting all of these things and making sure there was no rules. Like, you have to let people find their way, and they can't find their way if they don't have space to do it. And I
support like you behind them, being like, live here as long as you want. All right.
Yes.
That's
And she
fine,
didn't want to, like, she was ready to get out. You know, she left at 19, but then came back because of COVID, and then
Wow,
left.
how old is she now?
She's 27.
Oh wow, she's a full blown adult.
Yep.
She was on the Keanu cast. She is lovely and extremely intelligent, right? I mean, yeah, you've done really well raising her. My God, so I don't mind that notion. Yeah,
I
So
do
beautiful.
think sometimes that stress creates a lot of stuff in people that they act out, and so they aren't. You're not seeing a lot of women's best. You're not seeing a lot of men's best because everyone's so stressed, and maybe it is trying to uphold the mask that they're putting forth to everyone else. But there's definitely a lot that I think a family can do to ease the pain of the child coming up, as long as they're not like sitting around like eating potato chips and playing video games all day. Truly working towards something.
Yeah, and I think maybe it is true. Okay, maybe women, we don't want a match. We do want someone that's better than us. That's what's wrong with that. Why can't you guys be better? I married someone who's better at a lot of things than me, and I'm glad I did that. So it's like, what's the problem with wanting to marry someone that you can learn from and you guys can grow together? Like, I'm sorry, you have to have these basic things down, and can't just get mad at women and say like, oh, you're this age now, so you need to settle for this guy who lives with on the street. Okay,
Well,
like, you
Lila,
just need
I
to take
think
this homeless
that-
man home and give him room and board, and now that's your partner.
I think that you and your husband actually complement each other, and you're just as good as each other.
I
From
agree.
an outsider's perspective, what do you mean marrying up? I mean, height-wise, maybe a little, but absolutely
He
not.
has no
I think you
disability,
guys
and
really
he walks straight.
He doesn't have a
You-
disability placard. What do you bring to the table, Eric?
Yeah, right. I think, I mean, you have a career, Lila, and you have a lot to bring to the table. You didn't marry up. You married, this is the person that I love.
I think you
And
married laterally or equally.
you bring things to the table that maybe he doesn't bring to the table. Monetarily, I don't know, but I don't think you're marrying up. I think that you're marrying for love, and you guys happen to work well together.
Yeah, and that is true. You should marry. Of course you should marry for love. At the end of the day, like, life is long. This is a partnership that is supposed to be forever. If you don't love
Not
this
my
person-
betrothed
Lila,
wife.
this is funny, and this should be a joke of yours. Like, I married up. There's only up for a card carrying midget. I'm married up.
I like somebody said marrying diagonally.
Yeah.
It is funny though, because when people look at relationships, they always create the construct of society. This is what society does. This is what society does. I mean, if you listen to Pearl, she says it all the time. Like, well, society does this to women, they do that to women and men, and really and truly, the bottom line is where you are in your spirit, because spirit can overcome anything. And I have seen people who had nothing, but they were completely in love, and they built an empire together, and they actually came from a really powerful spirit. They were wonderful. And I think the whole society thing creates an illusion or a veil that keeps people from realizing that it doesn't have to be that fickle, that it actually is a much smoother and much more beautiful process than somebody like Pearl puts it in a box.
Right. Again, we're all
Yeah.
shades of gray. What's right for somebody is not right for somebody else.
Yes.
Exactly. So I don't give a fuck what society says. I don't care. I'm marrying an 85-year-old man. All right. Well, he's 55. I'm just teasing. But I love him dearly, and we work well together. We are, we really, really do. So fuck me, I don't care. I'll drop him off at hospice if I have to when the time comes.
Oh,
Yeah, just like and never say never. And like I before I met Frank, I would have said I would never date somebody with a kid. I wouldn't. I didn't think I could do that. But like here we are. You know, it's just
bravo to you.
Have your things you want to find in somebody, but be willing to like I think drop them if you meet someone that you're like, oh wow, okay.
All right, I have a question for all of you. In your entire lifetime, how many times have you actually been in love?
Ooh, like you mean as a
like you had a boyfriend
as a verb, like the practice of love, like you're actually like not just the feelings, but like the daily practice of love.
No, I mean like that. Like I'm 58 years old, and only 5 times in my life did I actually fall in love with people. And my point is, it happened once a decade for me, right? It's not very common. And so when you say, oh my gosh, I'm feeling all these things for this person, but they're not checking off the boxes I want. And I think it's brilliant that you let go of that box. And now you will find out that you actually have more love because you have this kid in your life.
Oh yeah, it's just grown more and more like every year that goes by. And like yeah, everything that like Frank and I have been through, it's like you just don't think you can love somebody more and more and more, and you can.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Not that you stop having problems, but like
I also think like love grows and evolves over time, and there's different type of love. Like, you know, like when you're in the first grade and you think you're in love with someone, it's not the same as the love of like, you know what I mean? It's like I was like, I don't think I was really in love at those times. I think I was just had a lot of hormones and was a little psychotic. Like I don't know if
I
it was
look back at past
love.
relationships, like I think of a particular ex, like I look back, oh, did I love this person? Or they gave me a very specific kind of validation at a time where I really needed it. I was a brand new comic. They were a seasoned veteran comic. They made me feel funny at a time where I was like, oh, I needed that validation of like, you're on the right path here.
Yeah.
So that's what I liked. But when I look at the person, how we worked as a team, was this person building me up, helping me achieve my goals? No, none of that. There was so much wrong. It was very toxic, but
that's how you get a better one. That's what I always tell people that are super sad. They're calling me crying because they broke up with somebody or someone broke up with them. And I'm like, I guarantee the next one will be better. How do you know that? Because why would you choose someone worse?
Also, because it wouldn't have, if it was meant to be, it wouldn't have, you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't have broken up. If it's meant to be, then you're going to stay together or make it work.
Right. I think
you know all the things you don't want from the previous ones. And I hear what you're saying because you think it's love, but I am interested, like how many times does somebody do that in a lifetime? It's not very much. And that's why to me, it's worth tolerating things. It's worth sacrificing for. It's so worth it.
I think that there's like levels to it in a sense of like I didn't meet Eric until I was like really working on myself. I was like 6 months completely sober. I was going on hikes every day. I was waking up at 6 a.m. I was really like at this place in my life where I was really respecting myself and my body and just really taking care of myself. And then I connected with him, you know? So it's like when I think about relationships in the past and like the way that I was abusing myself with doing drugs and drinking and, you know, just not loving myself. And then that kind of matched the partners I was choosing, you know? So it's like, it's
always.
I know it's so cliche to say this, but it's like when you start to love yourself more, I think you can be a better partner to whoever you're with.
As
right?
RuPaul
When you're
says.
respecting and loving yourself, it's a lot easier to respect and love another person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does
You can't
that
love
explain
yourself.
why
You can't.
people say
How the
music-
hell is anybody going to love you? You know, right?
Yeah.
No, I think adult real love. I think once Visconti. That's it. But I knew I'd be with him. I knew it when I met him 5 years
Aw.
ago. Even though I've had quite a few relationships, but I think actual adult love, where you like for better for
Yeah.
worse, even though he's elderly and annoying, I think that's the only time. And I've had other relationships too, but that where I felt like love feelings, I thought, but they were sort of like quelling my flame, and it was, or I've had like weirdos that fall in love with me, and that's fine. But I'm like, you don't know what that means.
That's chemistry. That's just like biology. That's not you don't know real love until like a certain amount of time tests if it's real love or not. Like what you go through, like the fruits show you.
I think I figured out what actual love was with Bisconti, and oh my god, just like I don't want to make anyone cry.
Now you're getting married.
I know we're getting married. It's so gross. Oh my god, I canceled that. Or maybe my first boyfriend, who I still sort of keep in contact every once in a while because we grew up together.
Right.
He ended up being a douche, but we grew up together, so we already had that. So it's again like Bisconti. We grew up together, then we were in a relationship. I would say that I loved him too. The other ones, just a disaster, basically.
Right.
So I don't think that's real love feelings. I think
it doesn't happen very many times in your lifetime, It's worthy of honoring it as much as you can.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I don't know. Right. And it's like that. It's the Zaza Zoo, and it's also that you work well together, So that's love. It's like, even if I'm, hideous and I am awful or whatever, even if I'm pissed off or just a despicable human being, they can still love me for some reason,
It's the real you they love then,
Right, exactly.
Oh,
so I think once, and then maybe a little baby one the other time. And then when he passes on, I don't know, maybe I'll have second life and we'll figure it out. But
yeah, there are different kinds. Like I think of like my first boyfriend, he took me to the Chaminade Junior prom, and I was like over the moon. I was like, oh my god, Tom Tracy! If you're watching Tom Tracy,
oh, we love alliteration.
I kept a picture of him in my locker. I just thought, I remember at the time, I had to have been what's junior? Like, you're in 11th grade?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kept a picture of him in your locker?
Yes. Was it middle school? No, when was I with him? No, junior prom. That's fucking 11th grade. I kept a picture of him in my locker, and I genuinely felt like, as an 11th grader, I'm like, ooh, I felt like he was almost a little bit out of my league because he was a lacrosse player, and I was like, he's hot. I was like, ooh, okay. But he got really fat. But the last time I looked at his Facebook, which is like probably 15 years ago, he did blow up a little bit. What was the point of bringing that up? Oh yeah, that was like puppy love. That was just like your first, like, oh my god, I'm getting fingered in the basement for the first time. Like,
that's awesome
kind of feeling.
Yeah,
I
hear
then
that.
There's like adult love, which is proven, I think, through time and through actions and through experiences.
Yes.
Right. But still the Zaza Zoo.
Yeah.
You gotta have that Zaza Zoo.
Yeah, I think of like, the fact that Frank has seen me like through birth, which is like, it doesn't get any more unattractive than that. I'm gonna have to really like get it together. I'm gonna have to really snap back with the lingerie. Like I'm gonna have to, because he's seen me like throwing up, shaking, just all the worst. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. So it's like that kind of put me down here. So I gotta really.
No, you're not though. Just watching you two with your kid, by the way, is oh my god, it's so sweet. He wants to hold him and be like, you go to the show, baby.
He loves
like
him so much.
He loves him so much. That gives me goose flesh.
He is so cute too. Oh my gosh.
Frank is so good, and you guys are such a good team, and watching you with your kid is insane to me. And that's real serious love, don't you think?
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, this is gonna be so gay, but like I love watching him with the baby. Like he's
when
so
he holds
good.
the baby like
makes
this,
me love
little
him.
claw.
Like it's just like It's like with one arm, like, and then he's like, he hangs down like a little sloth. I'm just like,
So
oh,
sweet.
It's so sweet.
I
And
love
I'll be right back. I have to pee. BRB.
okay. All right. I'm going to I'm going to blow through some of these. Matt Scroggins, be a financial burden, but put out. Thank you. It's great advice. Magnum Norris, I think if we stop talking about Pearl, she might go away. Maybe. Probably not. God damn it. Yeah, we did. I feel like that's what happened. Thank you.
Yeah.
She's just a figment of our imagination. Deranged lunatic, and your parents wouldn't buy you a skip it. No, they wouldn't. And now they're out of print. And I had to get a generic shitty version. But, Matt Scroggins, Lila just laid it down. She always laying it down.
I was going to just say that.
Slippers of bacon. That homeless guy is going to eat you like his last meal. Ugh. Why would you want that, though? Simon Ho, my now ex made me jump through hoops to check every box she made for me, even the near impossible ones, and all the while she was cheating on me. Oh, that's a horrible feeling, Simon. I know that feeling. I dated somebody a long time ago who made me feel like I needed to get some kind of professional degree in order to be seen serious in their eyes. Like I had to get a fucking graduate degree.
Oh my gosh.
And I just was like, I guess, okay, I have to look into I know that feeling, and that just means that person's not right for you. Mr. Laptop, what's wrong with watching corn and eating chips? Just, here and there. James Shart, thank you for the yellow boy. I was and am my family's sole income. My wife's Twitch channel, Tamriel_mother, does Minecraft content. It doesn't make much, but I'm ecstatic for what success
that's
she has and wish her more. That's great, Shardy. Everyone check out Tamriel Mother. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's nice to be able to bring in a little cash. Zach N. Porn has ruined relationships. As a man, staying in love with one chick forever is tough. Lila type chicks are annoying to put up with after 3 months. What?
That's funny.
Oh, wait, what do you mean by that?
Staying in love with one chick forever.
2 months. We love you still.
I don't know. I'm expensive. That's why.
Staying in love with one chick for I don't know. Of course, your levels of desire are going to ebb and flow. I mean, men have a biological imperative to seek physical novelty and spread their seed. They're like, there's no denying that. But I think you can acknowledge that and be like, all right, but I've decided to have like this lifelong partnership with this person. I don't know. Stop watching porn. Travis Hill, the video of Pearl's mom listing all her kids' accomplishments, then gets to her and doesn't say much, says a lot. What?
What? We got to pull this up.
Where is this? What, Pearl's mom is online? Yikes. That now I understand where all the issues come from. Holy cow. All right, if somebody can find this, put it in the chat.
Yeah. He says it's on TikTok.
Send it to us, Travis.
Why are we on TikTok, guys? Haven't we learned the Chinese?
I know. I never created a TikTok. I just can't do it. I feel like I'm on every other thing.
Did someone say TikTok?
Yeah.
I can't get enough. I know it's bad.
Apparently, Keanu, there's number one, Pearl's mom is online. Number two, she made a video listing all her kids' accomplishments, and then when she got to Pearl, she didn't say anything. I knew it. I knew I smelled mommy issues.
I bet.
Right.
This is probably why she's probably a lesbian. Okay.
Magnum Norse. Spirit is the name of my adopted African baby. Not Shanta. Shanta.
Shanta.
Shanta is my baby. See this? We're doing Keanu cast crossover here. It's just going to confuse people.
It will. You won't know what that
That's
means.
why you have to watch all of our shows to get all of the inside jokes.
Exactly. And it's a family of shows.
She's dead. Next question. It's fun. Okay, where were we? Okay. You know what? We're gonna do the part 2 of breaking down the video
Do it.
another time because I'm gonna speed watch it again and make notes and get timestamps because I think to just watch it through it might be a little boring and take a little bit of a long time. So I'm gonna get timestamps and we will resume.
I just think like it's really interesting that Pearl gives all this relationship, like all this advice from relationships when she hasn't been in a long-term relationship herself. And it's like, it's so easy to like speculate what a marriage is like, but when you're in it, it's so different than, you know, these talking points that people say. It's
Right.
not,
It's not interesting that she does it. It's shitty that she does it.
But she would say she doesn't need to be in a relationship or be married because she knows statistics and she's interviewed
talked to
people.
1,000 men.
I've talked to thousands of men and I've worn thousands of sweaters. And in my opinion, like, fuck off, you dumb whale. Get out
I've
of my
touched
face.
1,000 volleyballs.
Yes, I've touched 1,000 volleyballs. And when I say volleyballs, I mean vagines because she is probably a lesbian.
All right, we're gonna switch gears to plus size travel influencer. A plus size travel influencer is upset with airport employees after she walked up the longest jet bridge she'd ever encountered at SeaTac Airport after an employee refused to push her in a wheelchair because of her weight. Jalen Chaney claims an airport employee walked away with her wheelchair and made comments about her weight after realizing she would be helping a plus-size woman instead of a smaller passenger. Even when I told her I really needed the chair and needed her to let me sit down in it, she blatantly ignored me and kept walking. I was then forced to walk up one of the longest jet bridges I've encountered, and she didn't stop. Chaney claims that by the time she was able to sit down in the wheelchair, her lips were white. Her oxygen levels had dropped, causing her to almost faint. Discrimination is real. How would she know that her lips were white? Discrimination is real, and I don't want anybody else to ever experience something like this. Ooh,
Come on.
I mean, what influencer is going to have that experience and not videotape it?
My ordeal at SeaTac Airport will shock you. This experience I'm about to share with you is yet another example of why employee sensitivity training, a demand outlined in the plus-size travel petition, is desperately needed. I'm a plus-size wheelchair user, and on a recent flight to the SeaTac Airport, I requested wheelchair assistance, as I always do. When it came time for me to deplane, I saw the employee who would be assisting me with my wheelchair waiting for me in the entry of the jet bridge. As I approached her and she realized she'd be assisting me and not one of the smaller passengers, she started to walk away with the wheelchair while making comments about my size. Even when I told her I really needed the chair and needed her to let me sit down in it, she blatantly ignored me and kept walking. I was then forced to walk up one of the longest jet bridges I've encountered, and she didn't stop. By the time she let me reach the wheelchair and sit down, my lips were white. My oxygen levels had dropped and I almost fainted.
How does she know what her oxygen levels are?
I was literally saying, look at her lips. They're not white. And she's almost sitting down.
Also, what is she talking about the jet bridge? You mean when she's walking down this thing here?
It's like once they check you in, it's the hallway before you get onto the plane.
Right, but she didn't have to walk uphill. It wasn't a PJ. It would probably, crash. She just walked.
And she was
fine. Wheeled to the door. She just showed us she was wheeled to the door of the plane.
All right,
Didn't she?
It did look like she was being wheeled. It did.
Was my first time flying without oxygen. This woman just assumed I could walk and would rather me do that, instead of her having to push someone my size up the jet bridge. All the other attendants wheeled their passengers up the jet bridge, but my needs were disregarded. This is discrimination. Nobody should be treated this way. Share your story at change.org.
Look, she's taking up half of the other seat.
She was going to disable the lady if she had to push her up there, so that lady would have become disabled.
It's not even up. It's just flat, if that's what we're talking about. And it looked like she was wheeled that way.
Yeah,
My ordeal at SeaTac Airport
Oh, yeah. Is she being wheeled here?
will shock you.
She's wheeling herself, maybe?
She's wheeling herself?
No,
What's
she must be
happening
getting
here?
wheeled.
She is.
She's being wheeled
Yeah,
right
right.
here.
She's not doing it. That's
No,
the jet. That's what I was
What the
saying. Like,
fuck is
nothing
she
that she
complaining
said is
about?
true. She hasn't proved any of it.
Here's the thing. It doesn't this is where she went wrong. I get a wheelchair every time I travel, okay? And the first thing I do before I sit in that seat is I hand the person who's going to push me $20. And
Yeah.
that gives me excellent service. If she would have handed that lady 20
Yep.
bucks, she
Maybe
would definitely
200
would she
for
would
her
have
size,
pushed her
but-
fat ass up there and she would have done it. But you can't
Yep.
you have to compensate these people. Okay? And
Literally
every
nothing is true that she's saying, except for maybe she has one of those little ox meters, like for her finger, but I don't see it. You would think she would go, "Oh, here, look at my ox level; it's really low." Like she's not doing any
I
of
think
this.
there's a difference between someone like Lila, who is actually disabled, and this chick who made herself disabled by not being able to shut her fucking pie hole.
Well,
you know?
I'm just saying, like, if she would have handed that girl $20 and just said, "Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you doing this," she would have done it. But she'd rather make a video and play
Yes.
a victim than
And who's
compensate people.
following her with this camera? She looks pretty happy. Her lips aren't white.
No,
And look, she's in the second to last row of this
At the
plane.
window.
I'm telling you,
Which
tipping
means-
people is the way
can
here's
tip
what I
somebody.
used to do. I used to tip after they got me to my destination, and then I was like, wait, I need a tip beforehand. Because
You
then
gotta
I
grease
get like the
people's
perks of
hands.
them being a little bit money
Oh,
talks.
yes, you must.
Okay.
You must
Money
tip.
freaking talks. And sometimes if I'm really feeling like I'm balling and I'm like, I just feel good, I'll give them $20. And then one time it was this man, he was like from a different country. He was talking about his like family. I had him push me around. I bought him a coffee and then I gave him another $20. I was like, I just feel
Wow.
rich today. And that guy was like thanking me. He wanted a picture with me. He followed me on Instagram. He was like liking all my stuff. I was like, see, I'm paying for a fan right now. And I like
It's
it.
worth every penny.
It is.
But it's worth it. It's like in the grand scheme of things, how much you spend on travel. What is $20 to tip somebody who's going to take? You know what I mean? It's
Right.
It's worth it.
It's
Money
like taking
talks,
the-
and people want to feel appreciated. You know, it's like
Mhm.
100%.
anytime I'm at a restaurant, I'll do the same thing. Like I'll over tip because I'm like, I'm gonna come here a lot, and I want these waiters to fight for me. And they'll literally be like, "Oh, next time you come in, ask for me." They'll give me like free like cake or an extra like to go soda.
Yeah,
And I like that. That's why I really want to make it big. I cannot wait till they actually just like hand a $100 bill. Like it's just like $1, you know?
Ooh.
Now we'll get
Yes.
extra.
I want to do that too. It's fun to tip people.
Yes.
Exactly. I would do the same. I just wonder about this woman, and she obviously, she obviously had someone like recording
And
her
who's
for this
filming
video.
her?
Yeah.
Couldn't that fucking person push her wheelchair?
And if you're that size, number one, you got to buy 2 seats on the plane. I mean, unequivocally, you do. You have to seatbelt extender and all that.
Oh yeah.
She was the first one on, and if you're that size, you buy a window seat in the back of the plane.
If you're
I'm
that
not
size,
claiming-
you
I'm
go
not
down in
fat,
steerage with the chickens.
Yes,
And we wanna
no.
see you.
The body positivity movement, it was not made for fat people, okay? It was made for people with disabilities who have missing limbs or like burn victims. If you're telling me if I walked on a treadmill for 20 minutes a day, my back would straighten out and I would no longer have spina bifida and scoliosis, you best believe I'd be on a walking treadmill right now. Okay? That's what I would be doing. So a lot of these people, they want to play the victim when it's like you literally could just start eating better. You could just start walking, and people love a weight loss transformation journey. Okay. We don't want to see your fat ass complaining about the fact that you were about to injure this lady. If that lady would have pushed your fat
no
ass
tip.
up there, she would end up disabled. That's what would happen. And now you both need a wheelchair, and we're just hurting people.
I love how Lila's completely exempt from this. No one can criticize it.
But it's true, and like
No,
it's
true.
People when they say, "Oh, the body positivity movement is bad," and it's like, no, there are parts of it that was really great. Like I was at Target the other day, and I saw an advertisement for like the children's clothes because that's where I shop, and there was a little girl in a wheelchair modeling the clothes, and then there was one little girl with like a missing leg, and she had like a little like fake thing on there.
Target's up on that. They
Yeah,
really have the mannequins for everyone.
And I
honestly.
loved that. And I was like, this is body positivity. If I was, 11 and, as all my friends were getting taller and I fucking was staying the same size. I would have loved to see that. It would have made me feel more included. So I think that's a beautiful thing. But when you're throwing up these fat ass obese models up there and
Promoting
calling that
laziness.
Victoria's
Yeah.
Secret, it's like nobody wants that. Nobody wants to fuck a whale. I'm sorry, and you can't convince me that that's what they want. They don't want that. Bring back the Victoria's Secret angels. You know what? I think Ozempic is great. Bring back the thigh gap. Okay, skinny is in. This is my time to shine. I'm 75 pounds and I love it.
Ozempic. You know, you didn't do that Ozempic. You know, injected into your fat ass. As long as people have diabetic medicines, that's fine. Ozempic,
But for
I'm all
real,
here
you
for it.
will have forever diarrhea from Ozempic. Maybe talk to your doctor if forever diarrhea is right for you. Maybe it's worth it.
Maybe it's Maybelline. No, I think body positivity, that's fine. It became too much when people are calling, like Tyra Banks had to be a Victoria's Secret model because she was too fat, right? It's
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane, right?
Times have changed.
Right. A little thicker, fine. That woman is obviously unhealthy and like that's too much. A little bigger, fine. That's body positivity. I'm all here for it.
I don't know. You know, I think that too. It's like people are like, "Oh, we're living in horrible times." I'm like, these times are great. Are you kidding me? I remember when I was in the 10th grade, this girl sent a nude picture. It was a grainy, like green picture of like her vagina, and it got spread everywhere. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, she's a whore," and she ended up dropping out of school because of this grainy ass green. It was like in night vision or something, okay? And it spread. And now you can sell your pussy online for $2.99 and no one bats an eye. That's wonderful, you know, because people aren't. I think it's great.
I know. That's it. Right. No, you're
Oh
right.
my God. Okay, Pearl. Sorry. I just checked my Twitter for a while. Pearl wrote me back. Guess what her price is?
What?
Her price to like come on
the show.
To come on the show.
How about a
Guess.
price for her grainy
And I want to
vagina?
I want to see guesses in the chat too.
Is it a monetary thing or like something that you have
Yes,
to
it's
do?
a monetary thing. It's not like my undying respect and appreciation. It's an actual
$2,000.
monetary. Wow. Okay,
It's
somebody nailed it.
1,500.
Somebody in the chat nailed it on the first damn try.
Oh wow. 20 grand?
Nope. Okay, no, Spike nailed it. It's 5K. That is Pearl's going rate. Now, did TimCast have to pay her 5K? Is what I wonder. To do
Right.
the,
Not how much you weigh,
Hey,
girl.
you
How
know
much
what
is the
though,
price?
Chrissy?
Hey,
I
good for
respect
her.
that. I
Yeah.
respect the hustle. I love that actually. Good for you, Pearl.
Good for her. But you know
That
what? Think
is
about it. Because
impressive.
to click a button and appear on a screen.
Let's
Good
see if
for
we can
her.
get there. Super chat. And we'll pay the price.
No, honestly, Chrissy, I respect the hustle. I think it's
She's
great.
setting her
I
worth.
have driven 2 hours to perform 10 minutes of stand up for a pizza and a Bud Light. Okay. I have done that.
Yeah.
So no, I respect it. And at the end of the day, it's like, again, people in the chat, whatever you want to say, this is WWE. We are performance artists. This is show business, baby. I'm trying to get asses in seats. Okay. I'm trying to have that motherfucker ain't real moment so I can sell out arenas. That is what I'm trying to do. You know, like that's what we're doing here. So Pearl, we
Oh, thank you,
appreciate
Junior.
you.
Can you imagine if I actually raised it? God, what a stupid thing to spend.
You want to know what I
$5,000
think she sent that amount for? She's a coward. She could never.
No.
She's not as smart.
She's not a coward. She's a great businesswoman. I
Okay,
respect
but why
the
wouldn't she
hustle.
come on
She
and
gets
say
that
her piece?
coin.
She
She
was
gets
in the
them
chat.
dollars.
No.
She thought
in
she
the
was
chat.
gonna like make you do something to get her.
Oh, she's afraid. She'd be like, they have too
No.
many good points. Sorry.
The thing is, Pearl is a good businesswoman. Okay, she has. No one can't say
I'm
that
sure
she hasn't made
yes,
money.
she absolutely is. She's a fraud and a lesbian and a clam.
She says,
But
I
Sean
love
was not
it.
at
She
the
is
channel.
but she, I do respect that. I think that's great $5,000
I would love to raise $5K to have her on my program. I could not wait to just rip into her, but she won't come on here because we're all too smart. I'm sorry. She won't do it. She knows we won't raise 5K unless you
It's
super
for the
chat us
same reason
5K.
that Joe Biden won't debate Trump, because
It's the same thing, right?
it's like the less the better, you know.
Here's the thing,
He,
though.
and he
The
won't
only
now. He's
ra-
going to debate Trump without an audience, right? Pearl
The
can't
only
stand it. She's
opinion-
not going to be able to come up against us. I love the business that she's done on a complete fraud of herself.
I would think
Love
the
it.
investment of $5,000 would be worth it
Think
if
so?
this is if you had a return on investment of $20K from having her on.
But
Whether or not the debate was good or bad, I don't give a shit about that. How many viral moments can we get? Can we get that motherfucker ain't real type moment on here so we can go on stadium tours? Is what I'm saying. It would be worth the $5,000.
And that's
Okay.
fine. She doesn't
Right.
need the money.
It'd be like
She's
no
afraid.
rage quitting allowed. You have to answer our questions.
She
You
had
actually have
some things to
listen.
say in the chat. She said
Can't
5K because
interrupt.
she knows. Yeah.
5K is great. I
That's
respect that. I
great.
love
That's
it.
wonderful. But she said, "Here, I need 5K to come on here right now." After she had a bunch of shit to say in the chat, which was really very sad.
See,
What was
it
the
could be
worst
right now. We
comment?
have to-
Somebody's working at a Cracker Barrel. Okay,
No, we can't do it right now. This would be something that we'd have to like promote. You know, this is a WWE event.
She
Okay,
won't do it.
this
She's
has to be
stupid.
a
She's
promoted thing.
stupid.
We need to have a lot of eyes. It can't be just a spur of the moment
That's
situation.
true. It has to
you
be like a
know?
wrestling event. Like I need to have wrestling graphics. Like I'm
Yes.
gonna
Oh,
be without my
I-
shirt,
I'd
like a
be
side
so
profile thing. Like you know.
Exactly. It's not. You can't just jump on now. I gotta fix my hairline, Pearl.
Oh my god, your hairline is fine.
I won't fix my transness, Pearl. All right, not to do it for
Yeah.
anyone.
No, this is great. It's just like
Is there any amount you would pay, Chrissy?
$5,000 is so much. I mean, that's so much money. That's like
no, it's
all
not.
the
No, it's
that's all
not.
the
No,
mon- This it is a lot. That's all the money I raised
No.
to redo my studio.
No, it's not, Chrissy, because you're circulating money and you're about to come
That's
into
a lot.
millions very
You know,
soon.
this reminds me of when I almost signed up for this like women's seminar thing, and they're like, "Well, it's only $10,000, but it's gonna change your life." And I was this fucking close to doing it.
Oh no!
It was like I think it was like a Mama Gina or what was her name? She wrote the book Pussy. She's like it was. I almost paid. God,
10,000.
I went to like the free like seminar chat thing at the Javits Center, and they're like, well, if you want to be in this program, it's life changing. You're gonna like love yourself at the end of it. All your dreams will come true, and it's only $10,000. It's an investment in you. And I was like, that sounds pretty good. And I remember I just started dating Frank, and I was like, what do you think, Frank? He was like, fuck no, that's a trap. We're not paying that.
About.
You know what though? You know what, Chrissy, though? This is a valuable lesson, and I actually do appreciate Pearl for it, because it's like if Pearl thinks that she's worth $5,000, you know, we need to realize that we're worth more than a pizza and a Bud Light.
You're right. You're right.
So I love it. Thank you. Sincerely, because it's like, wow, you have to think about a lot of these content creators in that whole red pill circle. Like, they're really good at this stuff online, like this part of things, right? But you meet them in person, they could not handle a crowd of 200 people. You think Pearl could go on stage and do stand up? Not even stand up, but like, you think she could go on stage and talk to 200 people? No.
If I'm gonna pay $5,000 to get Pearl on something, I'm not gonna waste it on a Zoom, on a StreamYard. I'd be like, I'm gonna rent a theater out or something.
Yes, let's sell tickets. Let's make money. I mean, come on, let's be friends. Money unites the people, okay, Pearl?
I love you,
Insult each other.
Clem.
If we're each making like $100,000, insult me. Say all the things that you
But
want.
you know what?
It's
Her
perfect.
rates, they probably get on a plane and come to the US and do a
With
thing.
her
It's probably
wheelchair
more-
and
I
everything.
think $5,000 is just to push a button and be like, I have joined the stream. You know?
Right, but
no,
I
it
feel
is
like
a
she
very
honestly does that because she's like, they won't pay that, and I can't go up against these women with what they're saying. I swear to
No,
God.
it's not that, Keanu. It's the fact that she's been able to
She knows
build
her
such a
worth.
big profile. She's got almost 500,000 followers on Twitter. Okay.
You know,
if
I
she's been able to build
believe
such
in
a
her
big
business
profile, what
model.
she
I
doing?
think she's a savvy businesswoman, 100%. But she had a lot to say in the chat, but she goes 5K. Right, because she knows.
I hope she
we'll
says
just
more in
shit
the
on
chat.
her.
We need to bring her back. We need her to come back. We need more retweets.
Oh.
Yes.
I really didn't think it was her for a while because the responses were so unclever. I was like, this is a troll account.
Oh
This is a
yeah,
bot.
you think it's her. The more unclever, the more Pearl it is. Yeah, like it's never.
And,
yeah.
okay, but what if okay, I'm playing devil's advocate here. What if this is just a whole persona? Like, like our friend Isabella Riley, she would post all those kind of like low-key psychotic things online. Okay, let's be real.
That's
Some of the things that
absolutely
she
what
posts.
she does.
No, it was a little bit psychotic. I like her. I met her in person. She's been very
Pearl,
sweet.
though. I
Yeah,
agree with you.
But what I'm saying is people can agree that her posts are just psychotic things that she says, but in real life, she's a very sweet, kind girl, right? I'm just saying, Chrissy, we're in the millennial era where how we present online is kind of how we are in person. We don't realize these Gen Z, whatever the fuck they are, what they say online, the psychotic stuff that they say, is really to get attention. I mean, I learned that through just hanging out with some of the streamers that I met in Dallas.
We're being idiots. We're being ourselves. Like this whole time, I could have been.
We have been ourselves. We should be saying psychotic shit. That motherfucker ain't real. We need to say some stuff that said that motherfucker ain't real. And people said, I will give you $1 million to come on my show. And I was like, God damn, I was doing these shows for free. You're gonna give this bitch $1 million?
Didn't Kumia offer Tiffany
$1
million?
$1 million.
No, but Lila, you're right. And I've been saying about Pearl the whole time. She can't possibly believe the cockamamie bullshit she says. She says it for views. She says it for monetary.
Well, it doesn't matter if she believes it or not.
It's working.
It doesn't matter. No. And I'm saying that's why I said I respect her business model. She's certainly not a model, but I respect her business model. But she can't back up anything that she actually says. So when it comes to it is like Biden. When it comes to
matter.
Trump, I don't want an audience.
What matters is the Twitter following. Okay, no one cares.
No.
We have 500,000 followers on Twitter. That's
Lila. I agree with you wholeheartedly, but she's never going to come on here. That's why she says 5K because I can't back up anything I've said. Yeah.
My poor ass can't afford that.
Well, right. She's such a millionaire. She could afford it, but she won't because she fucking can't back up anything she said against intelligent women. I respect her business model and whoever it, indoctrinates into her shitty system. But, it's definitely exactly what she does is what you're saying. So that's
Sam
the reason.
gets it.
Yeah.
Sam, my gummy dealer, gets it. He sends
love
me
Sam.
German gummies.
Sam would push me in a wheelchair for free, but I would give him $20 if
You shouldn't try to afford it, Chrissy. I mean, yeah, this would be like I'd have to be like, sorry, kiddo, no diapers for the rest of your life.
What I'm saying though, Chrissy, is I hope that you get so wildly successful with your streams and what you're doing that 5K is like, oh yeah, I could easily do that. I'll give you 5K right now because I'm just making so much money that I could do that.
If Chrissy had 5K to spend just like that, she'd say $1 million. She would. She's not gonna do it because she
knows how much
right.
I love this. This is so great. See, this is a debate right here. This is a real debate. See, I'm saying this. Keanu's like, no, she's ugly.
What would you guys pay?
No, it's not all I'm saying. I actually agree with you, but she said 5K because she thinks Chrissy can't afford it. Not right.
I love Frank.
My betrothed says 5K would not make any sense. It would set an unattainable precedent. Don't even pay $5.
That's me. I blocked her as soon as I heard she was trouble. I don't even want to see her.
I think the only time 5K would be worth it is if you knew you were guaranteed to make $20,000 back from that
and
show.
how could you guarantee that? You can't really.
No, you can't.
But it is, you can't guarantee it. But I'm telling you, this is WWE. This is show business, baby. You don't think that half of these people who pretend to fight, like, for example, everybody hates Destiny. But you know what? Destiny gets invited to all the
I love
Destiny gets to be on all the stages.
No, they love him because he's the only lefty, or he's pretending to be a lefty. He's the only lefty that will be in these spaces.
I love him. He's a brilliant debater, though. He is very much so like Pearl, as far as he's kind of elusive.
People love to hate him
intelligently. Like she's more like
He's very snarky.
You know what?
An
You can
idiot.
call Destiny a lot of names, but you cannot call him broke. Okay, that's what you can't call him. You can't call him broke. He makes
think it's
money.
great.
And when I met him, he put on the Lila Hart sunglasses, which was great. He was nice to me in real life. But again, he gets invited to speak at the Minds Festival. He gets invited to talk to Alex
Back
Jones.
to this. I love it.
He gets to be on the Alex Jones show. You know, somebody has to play the villain. This is show business, baby. You think that here's the thing. We're all on the computer right now. We're all on the computer right now, but I'm telling you right now, if we were all to meet Pearl in real life, we would get along. I bet we could make her laugh. We would go to brunch and we'd be like, you know what? Let's start some controversy. How much you want to make? How much do I want to make? What do I? I'm done doing shit for pizza, is what I'm saying.
Fuck
So
Pearl, I'd let you eat my
Good
cookies
choice,
if you
good
wanted
choice.
to.
What if
I
it's
would do
really
that
good
if you would
pizza,
come on SimpCast, all right? Like, I mean, right. I'm sure she's a very fine human being, okay? But there's no denying what she does is for views and likes and clicks.
Yeah.
She said that number to Chrissy because she could never come in here and be funny and actually stand up to all of us. you know?
I am trying to do it for views and likes and clicks as well. So give me
Also,
some views and likes and clicks.
I think her strengths do not lie in her like impromptu appearance. Do you know what I mean? I think like when she did that debate on Tim's thing, she was uber prepared. She had all her bullet points. She had all her talking points. I think she is terrified of coming on just off the top of her dome. Just her and her
look like what an
genuine real
idiot she
thoughts and
looks like.
opinions.
Yeah.
And like to be unrehearsed, I think it would be so mortifying for her.
Yeah, exactly. There's no possibility she could possibly do it.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. No matter what Pearl does, I think Pearl wins. She's successful. Whether she could fall. She could have a horrible debate. But then everybody loves a come up story. You know what I mean? Like everybody loves they love to build you up to tear you down, and then they can build you back up again. It's amazing. I mean, like literally, that's what happened with Trump. You know, everybody hated him, then they loved him, then they hated him, now they love him, and it's like, this is just the nature of human beings. Pearl is great. She's doing wonderful. I love the insults because guess what? This makes for a great story. What if we all don't like each other, right? Or just for this WWE thing, but then we meet and then we become friends, and then you and Pearl, Chrissy, you end up having a show together. You guys start doing like a debate
That's
show.
all I
together.
ever
It's
wanted.
great.
That's all I
We're
wanted.
friends.
Why did we think of that?
Be real friends with her.
We are just trying to make a bag, people. Money unites people.
Pearl's
Is that
fucking
Clam?
mom? This is
She found it. You found it.
Goodnight sent this to me. Mr. Goodnight sent this.
Good
This
job.
is Pearl's mom. This is Mrs. Clam.
Oh, she's pretty.
She's
prettier
young.
than Clam.
Oh my god, she's young and cute. Let's see what she has to say.
How old are my kids? Well, we're in the middle of birthday season, so let me see if I get this right. So
She's the
Brian
same.
and Mary. She is 43 years old, married, and has 4
pretty.
kids. Next is Greg. He's 33 years old and has baby Knox that you probably heard about. Next is Austin. Austin will be 29 in April, so he's still 28. He's engaged, getting ready to be married. Next is Hannah. She lives in London, as some of you have already pointed out. Next is Brian. He lives in DC.
Oh my god.
Next after Brian is Adam. Oh no, sorry. Next is Chaz. Chaz is 22
Wow.
and he is finishing up firefighter school. Next is Adam, and Adam is also 22 and he's here working with Dan. Then comes Gabrielle.
Wow.
Gabrielle is 20 and in flight school, working to be a pilot. Next is Eva. She's 18 and in college to be a psychiatrist. And finally is Amelia. She's 16 and who knows what she's going to be.
Holy shit.
Wow, she's really pretty.
Wow.
It was a
And she
lot.
seems like a
So
boss.
all she
I
had to
love
say
it.
about Pearl is that she lives in London. That's her only accomplishment.
She didn't even
I
say
didn't know
that.
Yeah.
She didn't say her
She
going
didn't-
rate for a YouTube podcast is $5,000. She didn't say she's like the Twitter's biggest troll.
Wait, did you say she mentioned Pearl? Because I
Yeah,
didn't.
her name's
Her name's
Hannah.
Hannah. Her name's Hannah.
Yeah, I was
again.
confused too, but when
Playing
she
it
said
again.
London, I was like,
How
okay.
old are my kids?
Okay. Excuse me, I
We're in the
didn't
middle of
realize.
birthday season, so let me see if I get this right. So
She
starting
lives
at the
in
top,
London.
Mary,
She's
is
ashamed
43
of
years
her.
old. married and has 4 kids.
She sounds fucking smart as fuck. Like, this is a boss lady. Like, she sounds like she's in charge of shit. Do you know what I mean?
She said, my other daughter's Hannah. She lives in London.
She exists.
And
her
a
blood
cunt.
pressure is 140 over 50.
She loves volleyball.
And corn.
Oh,
Next is Greg. He's 33 years old and has baby Knox that you probably heard about. Next is Austin. Austin will be 29 in April, so he's still 28. He's engaged, getting ready to be married. Next is Hannah. She lives in London, as some of you have already pointed out.
She doesn't even say how old she is.
Wow, she says that with such disdain.
I love her. Someone get me her information.
Let's get Pearl's mom. Screw Pearl. Let's get her mom on the show.
I know, exactly. She's a badass bitch.
She lives in London. Next is...
She takes a deep breath before saying...
Goes,
Hannah.
next is...
She lives in London, as some of you have already pointed out.
Some of you have already pointed out.
Next is Brian.
That's it.
That's all.
But very much like, yeah, how many kids and married? Like, that's in her mind.
Okay, so then we know where Pearl's insecurities come from.
Yeah.
Maybe her siblings. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right. Your mom's, she's got it. She gets it.
Oh my God. My mom would be like, first is Eric. He has a lazy eye. He's a civil engineer. He quit his job briefly to be a stay-at-home dad, which my father hated.
This is hilarious.
Up next is Amanda. She's dead from the neck up.
Amanda's dead quite, from the neck up.
She didn't wish Chrissie a happy Mother's Day.
She never watches any of Chrissie's stream. Knows basically nothing about my other daughter.
Bothered to just watch a casual live stream here and there to just learn the basics.
Ask Chrissie and Keanu if they wanted to go on a hike when they were in
when
Vegas.
she was
Extremely hungover.
She invited Chrissie to go on a hike when she was the most hungover she'd ever been in her life,
Yes,
hanging onto the table, throwing up.
It was 95 degrees out, and so yes, my daughter Amanda has no scruples and doesn't understand a thing in the world.
Oh my God.
Then I present to you my daughter Chrissie, who is
Chrissie, I don't know what she does. I have no idea how she's getting by. I don't know. I don't understand what she is. She wasted the best years of her life doing improv.
Apparently, she has a child now, but
that I'll never get to meet because I've been dead for 6 years.
Dead for years, it's fine. Your mom would be proud of you, Chrissie. She would ride or die for you, Unlike Pearl's mom with
Pearl's mom is young as fuck too. Like, how
She looks great.
old
She
is
really
she?
looks.
And I
Really
really
good.
think she named at least 9 or 10 kids total. Like, that was
Look
fun.
at her
9.
sitting in this. She lives
It was
somewhere with
9.
money. Like this, she's like on an expensive ottoman, rattling off. She has the confidence to wear lime green as a white woman. That's
exactly
big.
Her eyes are sparkling. Her hair is long. She's got a nice necklace on.
Yeah.
Pearl could never.
Her mom intimidates the shit out of her. Her mom makes me feel like I'm not doing enough in my life.
There is like stucco behind her. It might just be like an Airbnb. You never
Or a
know,
Taco
but-
Bell.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what stucco was till like 1990s Taco Bell. Like, you remember when you'd feel the walls, you'd be like, oh, they're pointy. And then you learn that that's what stucco is.
It's stucco. Cute. I love Pearl's mom. Hannah's mom,
Wow.
excuse me.
Pearl's mom is the one who started the family business. Her husband ran it, but she jet
Look
sets
at
on
you,
her own.
Chrissie, you
What is
called-
Fuck yes.
what is the family business?
Oh, no.
You know what? I certainly don't think that Pearl's mom wanted to be a trad wife or what have you, like Pearl says that you should be. If she started the family business, that's why she's so rich. She's a baller. Look at that clam.
Wow. Yeah, her mom's frightening. I get it. Pearl. Dude, let's commiserate. Let's talk about our issues from our parents.
I think that she she's trying to impress her parents probably through which I don't
We
know.
all are.
But I kind of now I actually kind of feel bad, like, because here's the thing: it's like because she can't get attention from guys, like her boyfriend or whatever left her for that older, hotter, redheaded lady, right?
Could get a push-up bra, get a gay support to make you over.
I know, but she really is. It is the pick me syndrome of I'm going to say all the things that men like to hear, and then they're like, "Wow, she's the cool girl." But you know what I mean?
Like the other girls.
Yes.
Right. Here's the thing, though. I feel incredibly bad for Clam. I really do.
No, I actually do. I actually do feel bad.
Mom. Yeah.
No amount of
I
money
actually
in the
do
world.
feel bad, and again, it's like, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, she is successful in being able to
She makes
create
a ton of money.
Well, she's able to, but then again, that's what's also interesting. It's like she makes a lot of money, but then she's saying that women should depend on a man to make money. But it's like, why aren't you depending on a man then? You know, it's like
exactly. I feel
because she goes
incredibly
for
bad
black guys
her.
that are
Right.
like degenerates. Like she's not going for high level dudes, it seems.
Because I think there are some, of course, there's nuance. There are some things that she does say that is correct, like maybe some of the family court stuff, you know, right? But I also think that you can't insult women's looks and then get upset when they insult you. It becomes fair game when you insult other people's looks. You know what I'm saying?
People call us catty, and it's like she started it.
I've never been catty towards her. I'm like, you're a detriment to society with what you're saying, and it's all because you feel bad, and you're probably a lesbian, and your mother is more successful than you. I'm glad Pearl's
That's a
making
scary
money.
mom.
She's
All
a
right, so
great.
do you guys
she's a
think
great
she'll ever
businesswoman.
come? Do you think she'll ever come to Chrissy's show?
Apparently not without 5K.
I think she will. I think she will come.
I think she'll come on the show when she enters her 30s, and she has a
she
change
crawls
of
out of her
tune.
cocoon. And
No,
like
because I
flies
think
away.
that's also what's happening to her too. It's like, okay, I feel like there's like this thing that happens when you're 28, 29. It's like this real fear of turning 30. Then you turn 30.
You're
Yeah.
mortified of turning
Yes.
30.
Then you turn 30 and it's really scary. Like I feel like I had this like weird like crisis, like this weird like internal thing. And then I turned 32 and I was like, I'm
You're like,
hot.
oh, that's over. Great.
I
Now
look
can-
great. Life is
Yeah.
good. And then that's when I realized, okay, this will probably happen when I turn 39. Then I'll turn 40 and I'll get scared. But then I'll turn 42 and I'll be like, I look good. And then 44 is just you're beaming with
Right.
hotness.
Because you're nowhere
again.
near 50. 44 is like you're
But
young.
then 52 is young again. 52 is young again. Then
Right.
you get to 54 and you're like, I look good.
I'm
You know,
sorry.
it's just-
We have botulism to put in our faces. I was excited to be 30, flirty, and thriving. I was like, this is great. I can freeze my face right here for the rest of time. I will be a Kardashian. I have no problem with it.
Botulism.
You're a hot.
Botulism. You know. Never believe it's not frozen. Botulism. You know,
I think-
my whole face was just a megaphone.
It would be a hot megaphone.
We're insufferable. We know it. But Ozempic, botulism, we'll freeze ourselves at our best selves.
Gave
Exactly.
myself a UTI by holding in my pee for almost 3 hours.
Oh no.
No, why
It's
do you
fine.
do that? I've peed like 6 times.
I'm gonna order a megaphone now. I need one.
No,
You must have
let us
one.
buy one for you. We must.
I need a big one. Okay, you
Lila.
guys. So I think what is happening in society right now, because you know, like we kind of grew up on the internet and everything's online, and I think in your 20s everybody's young and hot, and you don't think about it, but then you get into the 30s, and like half the people are
Shit
looking
gets
great.
real.
Yeah, half the people are looking good because they've taken care of themselves, and the other half are like balding and gaining weight and having fucked up knees. You know what I mean? And so like that's when the switch happens. The switch happens, and it is scary. Like I think I don't know. It's kind of like for me, I've been disabled the whole time. So like I've been mentally prepared for this, right?
Yes.
Whereas like half my peers, like now they're kind of having backaches. Now they're kind of walking with a little bit of a limp because they fucked up their knee. And I'm like, I've been here the whole time. It sucks. It's weird, but I've been here and I'm prepped and I feel good about it. And I feel like my peers are joining, like, you know, even like losing hair or something. That's kind of like it's just,
Lila,
it's scary to
you
get
have
older.
never been more beautiful. You realize
For
that,
real.
right?
Well,
for real.
thank you,
don't need
ladies.
anything. Inside
real.
and out. You have thick hair. I'm basically balding. People call me Dylan.
Oh, no.
Well, but you know what though? It's okay if you do
love your
bald
hair
because
right
you
now.
can
It looks
get fake hair and put it in there, and that's freaking great. It's actually better to have less hair for the fake hair that you can put on your head.
There's science.
Lila, I'm gonna get you a red megaphone. How do you feel about that?
I
What
love
color do
it.
I get?
I think
I
red
need
is
a
like
red
there's many colors.
megaphone. I need it.
Carmen. I don't know if I have your address, but I'm
know-
I'm
you know
sensing
what?
for Carmen. What color does Carmen feel like?
Purple
Oh,
or
Do
blue.
we have a blue one in the crew yet?
We do. No, we don't have a blue crew.
A blue.
We need a blue. We need a blue.
Okay.
Natural
Okay.
blue.
Violet has a
Collab-
violet one. I have the pink one.
Collapsible handle, bottle opener at the bottom. It has everything you
Bottle
would need.
opener.
You know what though? It's so important, ladies. You need to have girlfriends. Okay, you need girlfriends and community.
Army
I
of
think-
girls.
I think a lot of the
Phenomenal.
times these women that are like parading with the red pill or whatever they're trying to do, like the TradCon, it's like it really comes off as hating other women. And it's like, oh, I don't need women friends. I have my husband who I just worship. And it's like, I love my husband. He's so amazing. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do my shows. But it's
fuck
like
that.
you need
Yeah.
to have friendships, you know, like your friendships, they matter and you should be uplifting other women. I think that's why it is so triggering with Pearl. It's like you're just attacking other women and you're doing the attacking and then you get mad when women attack you and you're like,
When
oh,
people
look, you're
respond.
being emotional and you're attacking her and you're doing exactly what Pearl says that women
This
do.
is why you shouldn't vote.
Right. She
And
makes
again-
money off of this. She knows, but she makes money off of what she says, right? But she doesn't feel it herself.
I don't
at
want
all.
to hear
She's
about
an
women
insecure
shouldn't vote
human being.
when
Yeah.
we had a bunch of deceased people voting. I don't want to hear about it. If you're not going to talk about that, then don't talk about the women. Let's talk about the dead people first.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Lila,
talk
my
about the
Amazon
consequences.
remembered your address.
Oh yeah. I know. Okay, Chrissy sent me the best jackets that I wear on stage for my birthday. I love them.
Oh, because they're cropped. So
fringe.
cute. Like,
They're
I love
so cute.
I love
You
the
really
crop
kind of ignited. I mean, I was already going in that direction, but like those jackets ignited. I'm like, you know, I'm going full
See?
cowgirl.
It leveled you up. It leveled you up to fucking cowgirl chic.
I'm going full cowgirl chic. I guess, and just to bring it back, we need to uplift one another. We shouldn't be men already take us down so much already. Like we need to help each other, raise women up. You know, like be there for each other. Like that's.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, we want to be hot. I want to be hot forever. I really do. That's why I'm drinking all this water.
Botulism, you know.
No.
Put it in your face. It'll freeze it so you're pretty. Lila, you are gorgeous soul.
Yay.
Do, do, do. Hey. Hey. Oh, there it goes. There you go. Ah! Can you keep up, baby boy?
Can you keep up? What?
You know that song? Can you keep up, baby boy? Did I lose my
I don't know it, but I'll learn it the next time. Ozempic. You know.
The Beyonce song. I have not heard. Like, isn't it weird when a song comes into your head that you haven't actually heard? It's years? Lose my breath. I have to sit down. My chest.
Can you keep up?
My lungs.
My breath. Lose my breath.
Clean up aisle 9. It does sound like a supermarket announcer.
Yes, I love it. I'm so envious. I need my
Milk.
microphone. I need my megaphone.
I just feel like I can't believe I went this long without a megaphone. It's like
Oh,
there
they're
was my
so
life before
fun.
owning a megaphone, and then there's my life after. It's like a very distinct marker in time.
It's a definite game changer, ladies and gentlemen.
Why is it so? It just elevates everything. It's like
I learned it from.
Punctuate your point. You know.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's like an exclamation point for your mouth.
Right, exactly. Oh, it's an exclamation point. Yes, everybody
Wow.
everybody in your army needs one.
Han is proposing an all megaphone podcast. Megacast.
What do we want? An all megaphone podcast. When do we want it? Now.
Now.
Does it have an alarm on it? Mine used to have like a siren.
I think I woke up the dogs.
I'm not kidding. We had our house had two pools. Like there was an upper pool and a lower pool, and it had a huge water fountain that went down it. It was so loud,
Ooh.
the kids couldn't hear me, and I literally had to talk to them through a megaphone at our pool. It was crazy.
That's amazing.
But then I ended up using it for everything to get to them across the house, in the neighborhood, in the cul-de-sac, wherever. It was a wonderful tool for motherhood.
I only tell Santi I love him through the megaphone.
Aww.
Even in bed, I swear. I just have it right there on the.
I love you, Biscotti. Thank you for being so kind. Right.
Yeah, it was fun. I miss those days. Enjoy them, Chrissy. Like the best days of my life. They're so fun raising kids. It's the best.
Aww.
I mean, I love my kids now too. It's fun, but it's just different.
Why the fuck would they have it? I hate when Amazon does this. Do you want this to arrive Wednesday or Tuesday? It's like, why the fuck would I want it to arrive later than it possibly could
Sometimes
arrive?
they act like sometimes they're like it could arrive just 2 days later if you put all
Why?
of your things in
Yeah.
the same box.
Oh,
It's
we
for
could
the
put all of your
environment.
megaphone in the same box. If you no, it's one fucking megaphone.
Dear
Oh, you could-
Amazon,
You could
we
save
want our
the-
packages to arrive promptly post haste.
Don't you want to save the planet and have it arrive on Wednesday?
Oh, we won't know. My betrothed surely won't. Please send it post haste. Thank you.
Best thing that ever happened.
Fuck that, Prime. Have it go ASAP. All right, Lila, you will receive your megaphone on Tuesday.
Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you very
much. Oh, that's pretty fast, actually.
I will make a public announcement once I have it.
Please do. Please do. Sam, Lila, save the $20. You know I'll push you for free.
Oh, Sam,
we
that's
love
so
Sam.
sweet. And yes, I love all of our fans when we meet them in real life. They are so super nice to us. Sam pushed me for free. Junior got me a coffee. I know he's in the chat. I always remember that coffee. I really needed it, and I love
That's nothing better than coffee. Gerhard Fox. Ooh, thank you for the yellow boy.
Yellow.
Breaking news. Uh-oh.
Breaking news, the president of Iran, Ibrahim Raisi, is confirmed dead in a helicopter crash believed to many be attributed to Israel.
He died like Kobe.
Guess
Yeah,
who-
he did.
And next in boring news that I don't care about.
No, thank you for the update. Magnum Norris, 3 pubic hairs or 15 pearl tears per wagon. What? Zato, get Sam Roberts to moderate this debate. Oh, I love Sam.
Ooh, I love Sam.
Spectral, 5K to have bad conversation? No. Mr. Me for 20 beans. Thank you for the orange, boy. Here's some scratch.
Can you keep up?
Here's my breath. Can you keep up?
So why that song? Here's some scratch for not being a gay internet person, Chrissy. Thank you. I will do my best. Deranged lunatic. Damn, Pearl's mom is hot. What happened to Pearl?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god. Ruthless redneck. Feel bad for her mom's clan. That's a lot of kids.
That is a lot of kids.
She kept naming them. I was like, what is this? A fucking school? Is she doing attendance? Pick a
Roll
winner. Yeah, ladies, you are all stunning as hell tonight. Thank you. Pick a winner. Magnum Norris, thank you for the orange boy.
On my own.
Should we get Visconti an orange megaphone?
Give him a megaphone? Absolutely not. Why would you
He's
say
already
that?
a megaphone? His mouth is a megaphone.
We're a one megaphone household.
That's true.
So funny.
Who in their right mind would give Visconti a megaphone?
It would implode if you both had one.
Can you imagine?
Magnum Norris, women need to stop hating other women, but trolls need to protect themselves too, Pearl. Thank you.
Just hate everybody.
Gregory Lieber, botulism. But what will you do about the smoker's wrinkles, Keanu? Sorry, that was untoward.
How dare you? I will put botulism in my smoker's wrinkles.
Magnum Norris, women need to stop hating on other women and learn to fight the yeast infection, Queen Pearl. So much bread in that box. Ugh.
I'm into that. I love that. That's great.
Jeremy again. Thank you, Germs. Pretty sure if you offend clammy thighs. Oh, pretty sure if you offend. Oh, I can't even read. I'm having a stroke. Pretty sure if you offered clammy things a few vibrators, she would come on. Only action she will see.
It's true.
I also have to appreciate the chat for making the term clam go off like wildfire.
Yeah,
that was you. You pioneered that.
I
A
pioneered
long time ago.
long ago, and I'm really seeing the benefits
Long,
of
long
it.
ago. Once upon a time.
When she was first born. Gino is a megaphone.
Is he loud?
Gino?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we were like worried that the baby thought that he was too loud.
Oh, nothing, darling. They were asking if you were loud and if you needed a megaphone. I said no. Okay.
Oh my God. The time has flown, ladies.
This is too
It
much
has
fun.
been so much fun. I don't want it to end.
So
We didn't
happy.
even. Oh, we have to talk about this. We have to. Elon, did you see this drama today with Elon Musk and Taylor Lorenz? This is hilarious.
Yes.
Okay. So here's Taylor Lorenz. Like, just when you think she's dead, she comes alive.
See, this is another one who I'm just like, just
Too
stays
much.
in the news. Just keeps circulating. You know what?
She knows how to.
Yeah, you may not like her, but there are things to learn from this craziness.
Mm-hmm. She's like a bad rash. Taylor Lorenz said Elon Musk goes out of his way to fuck with her and interfere with her life. Literally, what? So here's Taylor Lorenz, like, just confidently.
She basically claims that I had an affair with Elon Musk and I have some like ongoing relationship with Elon Musk. I've never even fucking met Elon Musk. Okay. I have reported on this man for years, very critically. He fucking hates me. He goes out of his way to fuck with me and like interfere with my life. So no, I'm definitely not, nor have I ever had an affair with Elon Musk. So she basically
Very confidently, oh, he hates me. He slams my head into a locker, and then he just writes, "Never heard of her."
Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm making rockets to go into space. Never heard of you.
Yeah,
But
it's very much the Mariah Carey, like, oh, I don't know her.
I don't even know you, madam. But
Sorry,
press on,
madam.
everyone.
I was too busy fixing my hair plugs.
I was too busy looking like Alan Fuchs.
I was too busy permanently deleting from the internet all the photos of me where I'm losing my hair and I'm in my 20s just starting out.
Exactly. My child's name is 6547 @. All of them there.
All my children's names are zip codes.
Exactly. Another child coming to a town near you. Just pick your favorite.
How many children does he have?
11.
11.
Wow.
Yeah, well, why did she think that he did that? I don't even understand.
And why does she? I don't know. But I've also, through the grapevine, heard of various people having affairs with Elon
Yes,
Musk.
with Elon.
Is he really that accessible? Is he really like that available for an affair?
Well, also, any man that like wants to send rocket ships into the sky probably
He
is
has
also
more-
available. But isn't he divorced from Grimes?
That's true. He probably has mostly passive income at this point, so he could, he has time to fuck around.
Right.
He's a
Imagine his
billionaire.
DMs. Imagine his DMs.
I wouldn't.
It is very surprising too.
His DMs are probably like a
Lila-
lot of girls wanting to fuck him, and then like the mayor of Africa, like, please, we need water.
And it's not like your grandma being like, well, the mayor of Africa emailed me.
He's
and
black
they
but
needed
nice.
water, so I gave my credit card.
I got scammed by the mayor of Africa.
Like, Michaeline, there is no mayor of Africa.
Even the fucking president. I don't know. The general,
Funny.
the head
Yeah,
honcho.
well, I think Elon's single, so
yeah,
right.
Mhm.
He's got
probably-
friends.
He's probably dipping that pen in many inks.
Yeah. With his quill.
Yes, he's quilling it up. Deranged lunatic Taylor Lorenz. What team does he play for? I don't know. I dislike her immensely. Her hair is always perfect. I don't trust someone whose hair always looks perfect.
To me, your hair always looks perfect, even when it's just washed. It just comes right out of the shower.
Yeah.
So-
Ugh. I need someone whose hair looks like this sometimes. Like
It looks
No, I mean in a good way.
unbrushed.
Love it.
This is unbrushed. This is motherhood. Well, I can't. My hair's always looked like this. I'm not going to blame motherhood.
No, I'm saying it looks perfect.
Oh, shucks.
And you know what? Frank came in while you were breastfeeding from your breast the other day, and he said your hair looks so
Thick
and lovely.
It looks
right?
thicker, yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, yes. I haven't got a haircut since March, since before the baby shower. I'm overdue. And I'm excited to get my first wax back.
Ooh,
I
that's
stopped getting
fun.
waxes when I got pregnant because I didn't want the baby to come out. I didn't want it to,
Slide out.
I didn't want it to be ripped out on like a panel of wax, Leo Fisher, thank you for the yellow boy. Generalissimo Francisco Franco is still dead.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is. Is that the mayor of Africa?
Sounded
Oh.
more Italian than African, but what do I know?
This show is coming to a screeching halt. I'm tired. I'm worried about the bean.
Yeah.
Oh, let's call it a day.
He wins.
Oh, Frank gave him a bottle.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming.
I always love it.
You're the best. I'm sorry that I couldn't get Pearl to join us tonight.
That would have been fun.
What, you don't have $5,000 lying around? How dare you?
No, but I do have this.
You could get her a megaphone. I bet she'd come then.
Yeah, what if Pearl, I don't have $5,000, but I can send you these hands. And Pearl, if you play your cards right, you can join the megaphone club.
Yeah.
Pearl, don't you want a megaphone? Come on, Pearl. We won't call you Clam anymore, we swear. Yes, we will. I will always and forever call you Clam.
I'm gonna pee my pants.
Yeah.
Wait, let's
Mercury
go.
Libra, Google razor clam, best for eating. Little necks, most tender. Nut clams, not considered edible. China clam is the rarest. Geoduck clam looks like a dog. I do know about those geoducks. Those
I know about
Asian
those
chicks
geoducks.
are
too.
like slurping them down. Thank you. Very informative. Carmen, you're a doll. You're a delight. You're a joy. You're a wonder. You're a pillar of light.
Thank you.
Where can people follow you and what's coming up?
It's just my name on social media. That's it.
That's it.
Nothing's coming up.
Just that fine ass leopard sweater and perfect hair.
Yeah.
And your new home.
Yeah. I still haven't finished unpacking because I hurt my foot. But today my foot felt good. So tomorrow.
Yay.
Can't you just hire a Mexican to do that?
Not unpack my stuff. Oh my God, no.
Get a task rabbit.
The jewels? No.
Oh, the jewels. Don't touch the jewels.
No. Not my
Family-
clothes, not my shoes. No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, get their dirty mitts off of them. All right. Lila Hart, what's coming up for you, darling?
I will be, what is happening? On the 31st, I will be hosting for Alex Stein at Big Laughs Comedy Club in Dallas. Come see us. You guys can find me at lilahart.com. Follow me on all the socials. And remember, the internet is entertainment. This is WWE. What is said here may not actually reflect in real life. And that is okay. Okay? We are here for the likes, the comments, the $5,000. That is what this is about. I don't know about you guys, but I actually was paid $10K for this appearance. So
Yeah, so
They make
fuck
a
you,
go-
Glam.
They make it go,
10K
go.
plus a megaphone that is on its way to my house Tuesday. So
Should I make a give send pearl go pearl me account?
Give
No.
some Pearl. No.
No. Okay. Yeah.
What a calamity.
What a calamity. Kiki Thompson, my love.
Oh, well, this has been just so much fun. Keanu C. Thompson, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to Keanu C. Thompson on YouTube, live for Keanu Cast, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursdays, me, Chrissy, and Violet Brandani for Nightlife, which has been a ball. And tomorrow, if you're in the city of New York, I'll be performing at Rodney's Comedy Club. So, 7 p.m. So I will be there.
As in Rodney Dangerfield.
Yes, he's dead. But yeah, that's where you can catch me, Keanu C. Thompson. This has been too much fun, Chrysanthemum. Go feed the bean and go pee.
It's Memorial Day next Monday. What? May is flying by.
Oh my God, the whole year. I can't believe it.
This is what my mom used to say. She'd be like, the year's over already. She'd be like, once it's my birthday, the year's over. And her birthday's like July. She'd be like, it's done.
Cares about this year.
This year's over. Yeah. This whole year's over.
And also never leave me, please.
Yeah. Also, what annoyed me about her, she'd always, and / miss about her, she'd always round up the time. Like, does anybody do this? Like, if it was 3:15, she'd be like, it's 4:00. Like, if it was any bit past 3,
that was money.
Round it up to the next hour. Like, if it was clearly like 3:30, she'd be like, it's 4:00. Where are you?
See,
that's funny.
That's where you get your promptness from. Like it's not 9, it's 8:45.
Like, it's not daylight savings. I just turned all your clocks back so that you would be here sooner.
Love it.
But
Love
she's
it.
dead now. All right. Thanks for watching. As always, Wet Spot will be tomorrow on Compound Media, 7 p.m. Eastern. Brianna Diamond will be guest hosting. Stacey Pressman will be on. Luke Longley and Corey Chase. Those are big gets. They are going to be on the show on Monday. And I think I'm interviewing Amiri King either tomorrow or Tuesday. Then on Thursday, I have my 6-week postpartum appointment. And they're going to tell me what's happening down there. And I'll report back to everyone. And
Can I come to that?
Yes, come and watch. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Simps in the chat. We simp for you. Have an awesome week. You're all worthy of love, especially you, Pearl. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.